Good morning. I'm not quite sure how music to mic volume is at the moment, but I'm testing some stuff out real quick. Hi, Oracle. Hey, it actually worked. Dorby, I like the first move is just do a handstand. You got this, right, Dorby? Dorbs, is the volume okay? Like, can you hear me and it's louder than the music? Good morning. Hi, Midnight. Thanks for the hydrate. Good morning, Oracle. Bora, hi, darling. And Triple, thanks for the work lurk. I hope you're doing fantastic. You've gone to some incredible concerts. Good morning to you too, Dorbs. All right, thank you. This this is just a workout playlist that I selected that's recommended for me, and half of the playlist is remixed K-pop Demon Hunter songs, and I'm like, I wonder why. Maybe because I've been listening to it all of the time. Oh boy, I love it. I think this is the David Guetta remix of this or something. We're gonna be mobilitizing a lot, Dorbs. Spacey, thank you for the lurk. And Brock, you as well. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. So normally I set my alarm for 6:30 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because those are my stream days now. And my goal is to like go for a walk or a run and then work out and then like eat breakfast and do stream. And on Wednesday and Friday, I have to like cram all of that in the first like little bit of the day. But on these days, I work out and eat on stream. So I woke up at 6:30, I went for a walk, and I've just been like laying here on the floor of my garage for the last like hour, being like, okay, just waiting till I can go live. Ugh, it's taking forever. Damn, that's impressive, Dorbs. I just got an email. Um, that gibbon board thing that I showed you guys on stream. Apparently, it's out for delivery, so I think it should be here today at some point. Well, I'm excited. Oh. Boop. Playing some God of War today. Did your nails? Bought candy? Decompress? Dang, Bora. Sounds like you had a fun trip with your family and then big ol' self-care day. Sounds lovely. Oh, I don't have that one hooked up to this computer apparently, Dorby. Good note to make. I had to change. So like my channel redeems for this computer versus my other computer need to be different and I have to link them up differently. So I'm still working on it. Okay, if I turn this music down like this much. Can you still hear it? Okay. I need to be able to hear myself think. You may have some music that you can try out. Ooh, okay. Sounds good, Brock. It's faint. Mm-hmm. I want you guys to be able to hear it, but I don't want it to be like, I mean, obviously the song is ending, so it's going to be quiet anyway. It's hard to find a good balance. Is it still super faint? As long as you can like hear it, that's kind of all I'm going for. Because it's not going to be in the VOD anyway. Okay. I figure it's one of the things that's like I want it in there for a little bit of entertainment while I'm doing boring exercises, but okay, a little bit better. I'm bored, now you're gonna be stressed for the next 8 months. No, don't go into it being like you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna learn a lot of things. You're gonna have fun. DM for sure, Brunk. Are you talking about music? I won't remember if you post it here. So send it to me either in the server or you can shoot me a message about it. I have so much exciting news and things upcoming, but I don't want to talk. I can't share it yet until all of it's like here and put together. But that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm so excited for all these things. Yeah. You guys should go see my this song is going a little, let's hold on one sec. It's fine. We're just gonna next song. Oh, I know. Well, it's so exciting things. Basically, there's some unbelievable generosity for some people online, and so there's going to be some cool stuff that we're going to be doing on stream here soon, but I'd rather not tell you, I'd rather show you kind of situation, so I have to wait till things get here to tell you, but I'll leave you with there'll be cool things coming. Also, at some point today, I think we'll talk about it when we get up to the hammock, but I want to brainstorm some stuff that we're going to do for subathon. It's September, so we have to do a subathon for that. But yeah. And I also changed so you guys you can grab a move here instead of a snack. So basically, start of the week, you grab a move. You guys are welcome to actually try to do it if you want to. So like Titanical, you just got mountain climbers. Yeah, so it's grab your move, and then you got grab your snack on the rest of the days of the week. Hi, nerd. It's good to see you. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram going live notification with Cerberus, but you need to go look at that immediately because it was the cutest picture I think I've ever taken of him, like on accident. Like I was just like, come here, I need to take this picture of you. And I took this really cool picture and I looked at it and I just like can't stop giggling at it. It's like my favorite thing. He's like, no, don't touch my paw. Hi, Mackie. How's your Monday? It's good to see you. We'll get into our workout here soon, just a sec. Just give people time to wake up and come pop in and say hi. The plan today is we're going to do our workout. I actually just got a new protein powder, so I want to test it. We talked a little bit about protein powders on stream last week, so I have that. And then I'm going to go hang out in my hammock, and we'll do our chats for a bit. Isn't it so cute? I just like kept looking at it. I was like, look at that face and those eyes. It's too cute. So yeah, so then we'll do mindset chats and also brainstorm for upcoming subathon. Don't let me forget, because I forgot I was gonna do this on Friday and I forgot about it. So subathon brainstorm things, planning during hammock time. He's like, Mom, please stop. No, he's like, I love you. Yeah, he probably is thinking, Mom, please stop. But I'm gonna pretend that's his loving gaze. Right, Facey? Phil, what is up? How you doing? How's your Monday? If you guys haven't posted your gratitude in the Discord, make sure you go do so. We are gonna do our workout here in just a second. How did everyone sleep? I did not sleep worth, it was garbage. I don't know why I slept so bad. I think part of it is if I do any sort of content creation or brainstorming before I go to sleep, my brain just starts going. Like, I think I genuinely need to start going to bed at like 8, 9, because I'm actually tired then. And if I push through there around midnight, my brain is like, that's where I get like the most work done, which is nice that I come up with ideas, but it's midnight and I want to sleep then. You didn't sleep great too? Too hot? Same. Oh, same as you, Dorbs. Monday's sore. I wanted to work out this morning, but everything hurts too much after this weekend. Hey, sometimes you gotta just take a rest day. You gotta rest. Yeah, it's like you go through the circadian rhythms, right? So if you like go through the first one, the only other problem is not only is that when my brain works, it's a toss-up. Either my brain is functioning and I get lots of ideas and I can create a lot of things and it's great, or it's the time of where I like get really hard on myself and I get like extremely depressed and go down the rabbit hole of like, what is life at like 2 a.m? You know what I mean? It's better to just go to sleep early. King, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Phil, you guys slept nice and heavy. Nice. You're considering going back to sleep for a little bit? Nah, Darbs. Here's the other thing. So I read a book this morning. And Mar, hi. Tis indeed. I read a book this morning and it was talking about on showing up and this idea that we spend a lot of our life worried about like the past, the future, this other things. And this idea of if you truly can embrace the present and live in a way that like you're enjoying all of your moments. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do recently is doing the hard thing that I don't want to do, because a lot of times I actually do want to do it. I'm just scared of the result or think that it's going to be too hard. 9 times out of 10, it's really not. And also, like this morning, I actually set my alarm back for an hour and a half and was like, I'm too tired. I didn't sleep well. And I was laying there and I was like, but am I really going to get better sleep for the next hour and a half? Or could I use that time to do something that would be really fun or be beneficial for my body, like working out or going for a walk or doing something like that, right? So, Dorbs, you plan on working out today or what are you doing? Maybe you do that with me instead. But yeah, Spacey, always just better to go to sleep early. Sad, hello. Thanks for the hug and love. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. How you been? Saad was one of my very first followers. I think like under the 100 followers, right? Speaking of first follower founders, Civ, thank you for the tier 3 for 40 months. That is the big 4-0. That's the first person to hit 40 months in this channel. That is super freaking exciting. I'm not slacking. I just haven't started yet. I'm chatting, waiting for people to like pop in if they want to work out with me and stuff. You can do your own workout. You don't have to do my workout, but like, you know, letting people wake up. But Civ, thank you for the tier 3 and for being my longest sub person on Twitch. 40 freaking months is absolutely incredible. And I feel honored that you popped in at the beginning during the league streams and yoga and still stick around and support even now. So thank you, love. I hope you're doing well. Zad, you're doing good. Yeah, 3 years, 3 months. Yep, Zad. Long time. You're taking it a bit easy, being a bit busy. Nice. Anything been new lately? I've been doing really good. I honestly, last week, and I made a post about it in my Discord, but last week was the first week I feel like I kind of settled into a content creation rhythm that I'm excited about. Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I stream, and each off day, I used to take them off, right? Like Tuesday, Thursday, I'd just dink around and I'd read books and do things like that, which was nice to rest. But then because I was doing this resting thing, I feel like then I kind of like dreaded coming back to stream because I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do anything. But instead, I'm using those for work day now. And so I get a lot of work done, and then I feel excited to share things with Stream. So I've been working on a bunch of different YouTube channels. So I have one for books, one for gaming, and one for travel. So I've been posting those. I've been posting every day to TikTok. And even though I'm doing more, I actually feel a lot more energized. Like I feel like this is all work that I've been putting off for a really long time just because I almost feel like part of it is like I've been scared that I'm not gonna do well, so it's like easier just not to do it. But there's this whole mentality that like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? I'm not gonna grow, like even if I'm growing my YouTube channel by 1 subscriber every video, or maybe I don't even, but like I create content that like one extra person sees, it's still progress more than not posting at all, right? So is it, it looks like it's doing okay. It might have been buffering a little bit though. But yeah, so it's been cool to actually be getting stuff done. And Sim, oh please, you've tried leaving, but you keep threatening me. You say that every time, come on. I switch up the threats monthly, are you kidding? It's sad. Reminder that amazing, kind-hearted, beautiful, caring, funny. No one can take those away. One of a kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really, really sweet of you. Okay. I think we're going to just jump into working out. Also, I'm realizing that I don't know if I had my fade on here, so it just kind of like disappeared up into the top, but okay. So we're just going to start working out while we chat. But yeah, I've honestly just been streaming, really. It's been streaming and content creation. It says I have full green bars, so it should be okay. But then again, it is garage streams, so you never know. Hi, Bacon. What's up? Welcome in. How's your morning? Gonna do with the blood in the water. Let's put this here. Buffers a little bit for you too. The video quality too. It shouldn't be, but you know, I feel like it does a lot of the time. I feel like this angle, it can make my abs look good, but it also can be weird. It's like too bright. Oh. This is one of my favorite exercises. And also, if you can't get into this low lunge, even if you go this from your knees and work on just opening up through here, that's one of the best things for if you're on the computer a lot. Making sure that you're opening your upper, like thoracic spine. It gets hot, Dormy, all right? You got up early, you got loaded, you just got done getting fuel. Nice. Well, I hope your work day goes well. Do you have the kitty with you today, Bacon? Forgiveness. Oh no. It's a lot of Pilates today. The middle translation of that is the push-up and ta-da. Yeah, exactly. Left or right side first? Left. So it's modified side plank. So modified is like you can be up on your toes or you can be on your knee. And then I'm doing little knee crunches. So this is good for obliques. Hi, Raymond. How was your day today? Oh, my hips. Raymond, how was your day today? Did you guys post gratitudes in the Discord yet? Or sucked? Oh, I'm sorry. But you're on your way home now? Nice. This is when I always realize how weak my medial glutes are. Like, even lifting my leg at all, I'm like, no. Slow is better than not at all. This is actually one of the best, like even like laying down on your side and lifting this leg. So if you're using your medial glute, if you ever have like knee pain or other random joint pain while you're running, things like that can be really helpful because it actually helps strengthen essentially your bigger muscles so it doesn't pull as much on your knees and those joints. You're not sure if I like it up yesterday's. Ooh. Well, are your leftovers going to be bad if you don't eat them? Because if they are, you should do that. I am trying to be better at planning out my full week of meals. Does anybody else, do you guys just eat what you just like randomly? Or do you try to plan out or meal prep? I'm starting to get into like, especially the better I do with a workout routine, the better I do with finding a good routine for food. Hi, Dunbar. How you doing? Damn, bacon. 12 hamburger patties, 3 pounds of bacon, 18 eggs, and cheese to go on them every week. Wait, so you do that for every meal? It's interesting because I do find different bodies are different. So like for me, if I eat the same meal every day, it's actually really hard. Like my stomach builds up an intolerance. So I can do it like every once in a while or switch it up, but I can't do the same thing every time too. This is what I cook on the weekend when I'm home for the week. Nice. And you just eat when you have time. That's fair. You plan general things. You'll have shrimp eventually on the weekends. Brussels sprouts. Ooh. Jimbo D, welcome in. How you doing? That actually sounds really good. I hate this exercise so much. It's probably my least favorite one. The bonus side is... Oh, I mean, I guess that's true. Sounds much better heated up though. I hate this. Stormy, thank you for the lurk. And you usually plan a week, although I've been heating up leftovers from the freezer last couple weeks. Hey, especially if you have stuff like prepped in the freezer for later too. I feel like that's awesome. And Dumbo, you're coming back from bike riding with the doggo. Aw, I wish. If Cerberus wasn't so reactive on the leash, I feel like we'd take him out like biking and skateboarding a lot. Only problem is if he sees another dog, he will freak out. And Jimbo, do you wish you now work me sooner or try to join you? Oh, I wish. I think it's a smaller workout today. I want to say it's about 30, 40 minutes. I hope it's only 2 rounds. But this is warm-up time. The reason I like doing Pilates movement exercises with my workout is a lot of times rather than just like going into a lift without as much activation, doing Pilates movements tends to warm up your body and your muscles a little bit more first. And then you get into exercises that are gonna like use weights and do a little bit more of that like progressive overload from there. Soka's kite reactive too, so we're biking along the river. Aw, Dunbar. Gotcha. So you usually try to like steer clear of when people are out. Honestly, that's part of it. Like maybe I'll just take him on walks, but like at like 6:30 when there's nobody out, and I think he'd probably do a lot better. The only thing is if there is something, then he'll freak out. Ugh. Did any of you guys have a good weekend too? Any fun weekend plans? I have lots of books and things to show you. I got books and plants, and it was a good weekend. I had a lot of fun. On the train now? Okay, sounds good, Raymond. Thanks for popping in. He's reactive to people. Yeah, super reactive. He's been doing a lot better with people. Like we actually recently took him to a farmer's market, and he was okay being around people. If he sees dogs, he'll bark and freak out. But I do kind of think that it's more a wanting to play with them than it is like a, oh, that burns. More than it is, what am I trying to say? I can't exercise and think at the same time. More than like an aggressive thing. Like it seems like he genuinely is just like, no, I want to play with them and hang out. This is true. I actually almost got attacked by, because deer at certain times of the year are actually really territorial and aggressive in this area because they all have their fawns. So there's all the baby deer, so the deer can be extra protective, can charge you and stuff. And I was on my walk yesterday, and I just was not paying attention. I was just walking, and a big ol', what's a boy deer? A buck came charging out across the road, like right in front of me, and like stopped and looked at me, and I was just like, I just stood there for a second, and I did like made some noise, clapped at it a bit. Like I was far enough away that I was like, okay, if I need to like take off in a different direction, I will. But he like slowly walked across the street, and then I like quickly walked, and then there was like the doe and all the fawns on the other side of the street, and I was like, everything's fine, everything's fine. But they will like chase and attack you, and you have to be kind of careful. Ty, was that book? Was that book? Oh, yes, it was. That was from Saturday. Both that and the boba. Peachy, hi. How you doing, love? It's good to see ya. Peachy, since you're doing Define, we do the same workouts on the same days, right? Spacey, you finished Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Kind of started planning a space sci-fi game. Ooh. Wait, like, what kind of game? Are you talking about like a D&D thing, or like a board game, or a video game? I am so struggling with Hitchhikers. I finished book 1. Just started the second one, which is voiced by Martin Freeman, right? I don't know. The audiobook for that is actually pretty cool. Oh, okay. But I don't know. I like sci-fi, but I'm much more of just like romantasy, fantasy era. So I am struggling to get through it. Peachy, I'm feeling the burn yet? Wait, are you working out doing the same thing right now? Oh, I love it. I'm picking, you want to play with it? Let's see, mine is the opposite. She loves humans, and with other dogs, it's 50. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, well, Cerberus, he's getting to the point where he's more okay with. Oh God, I still have another set. I'm dying. I hate this. There's some exercises that I love. Specific, like glute medius plank exercises are my least favorite. You do the things you don't like anyway because it's what makes you stronger, but holy moly. Akdi, thank you so much. The tier 3 means the absolute world to me. Thank you for your support and for being here. How you doing? Best thing is to try to put a tree between you. Yeah. Well, there was nothing there. That's why I was like, yeah, you can't really outrun them. I was like looking for like, okay, if I need to try to find a car or somewhere that I can like get behind, because it's like in residential area, airport, or yeah, area. Yeah, like D&D sci-fi. I think we might use the Dire Heart system. Just reskin. Oh, that'd be cool. This is fine. Last set. We can do this. Peachy, yeah, I'm not a fan of this workout at the moment. Whew. Yep. The leg lifts after the side planks. Oh, the computer does a little bit of glitchy stuff, it looks like, here and there. Romantasy era? Ah, yes, my favorite genre. Romantasy. Fantasy. You're well, small flu. That's fair. Yeah, because you have to be extra careful with your health just because of your heart, yeah? Oh, I can't even lift my leg on this side. Come on. Squeeze. One side is fine. This side is like, Yeah. Yep, we still push through anyway. Ow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How'd you find the channel? We were just talking about how this is my least favorite type of workout. But we here. As the lady night. I mean, someone in Gary's chat was saying they're reading The Night and the Moth. Said it was a good romantasy, so I'm excited to get. Yes. Well, yeah, October is gonna be. No, wait. What's next month? It's August? September. So next month, September, is The Night and the Moth, which I think is also a romantasy. And then Lady Night is coming up soon too. So we'll be reading both. Don't worry. Yeah, street sign pipe and literally anything. Hell, a mailbox. Yeah. Good old deer. You gotta love it. It's like, oh dear. That name is so long though. Satchel tongue girl tail spliff. Can I call you Satch? Okay, yeah. September is gonna be The Night and the Moth. That's our book for that month. Well, anyway, welcome in. Your name's Emil. Well, nice to meet you. Welcome in. Oh, The Expanse. Yeah, the TV show. What did you think about the TV show versus the book, Siv? Because I actually haven't read the book, but I actually really liked the TV show. What is time? I don't know. Your birthday's in September? Nice. Happy early birthday. There's instantly running around. Stop, look, you said, oh, hey, I'm glad you're not a car. Either that or it was like, if you get near my babies, you're gonna die. It's good at the time. You're kind of just not in the headspace. Enjoy. Wait, for which one? Oh, The Expanse. Yeah. That's my problem with some of these, like, oh my God, I cannot do this. These sci-fi things, they're so sad, especially some of the like apocalyptic stuff. Okay, nope. You hadn't read the books either, but you love the show, yeah, okay. Brock. Yeah, deer aren't nearly as bad as the geese. Well, they are in the fact that deer can cause a little bit more damage than geese can, but geese can be super scary. Very territorial. Dun, dun, dun. Big one with this one is making sure that you lock in your core so that when you do a kickback, you're not doing this, you're not arching your back, you're keeping your back as straight as you can. I think I don't have my weights. Hold on. I gotta grab my 10s. Is it 5 or 8? I'm gonna go 10. Okay. Oh, I gotta be careful I don't punch my headphones. Mamas will square up with your car. Oh, I know. So the thing about sci-fi is a lot of it's doom based, which is why I want to read more solar punk. Oh, that makes sense, Spacey. That's what I was gonna say. I've read the Psalm for Wild Things. I have read that. But I don't know if I didn't even realize solar punk was a genre until you said something. Oh, no. Okay. I think they're alternating. Hi, Ranger. How you doing? These are scary because technically you're not even allowed to touch them if they attack. Interesting. Well, if they're an endangered species or something, that makes sense. Oh. How's your morning been, Ranger? Ranger, have you finished the Conquer Challenge already? I just know that you're the one that's like a little bit ahead of me this whole time. And this one, anytime you're doing bent over rows, in any variation, you want to think core tight so you protect your back. And then when you're pulling up, I always like to think that I have like a pencil between my shoulder blades. And I'm really trying to engage pulling my elbows in, shoulders back. Migration act. I remember hearing about it, but I don't know all the details. Oh. Canadian geese aren't endangered? I refuse to believe that. Voodoo! Electric voice. Oh, Voodoo, how's your Monday? Solar punk isn't big from what I can tell. I learned it a couple years ago. It's kind of the aesthetic of it, not genres. So that's why I haven't looked. Okay. But so it's supposed to be like sci-fi based, but more hopeful. That's my issue with, yeah, so much sci-fi is so depressing. Okay. Mel, hi. Well, no. I was telling chat that I was reminded of the wonderful generosity of quote-unquote strangers on the internet, but I didn't tell them why and said that they had to wait to find out. But hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you again. I can't like I can't even like process it still. You should have seen yesterday. I was just like sitting there, like alternating between being like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And just like giggling maniacally. But anyway, hope you're having a wonderful day. Everyone else here is like, what's going on? I don't know. You'll find out soon, don't worry. You got the William Gibson novels? I don't know which ones those are. It's interesting how different brains like different content, right? Like sci-fi, sometimes I love it. Sometimes it's the writing, it's the type of writing. But like Hitchhiker's Guide, it's funny. Some of it makes me laugh out loud and I enjoy a lot of it. But I also am just like, I'm so bored. It's just not the kind of stuff that I normally like to listen to or read. I've alternated between reading it and listening to it to try to get through it. It's not happening. No, Brock. Yeah, solar punk is if the world went green tech instead of making everything like cyber. Oh, I like that. So like in the future, if they kind of go back to living with the environment rather than like destroying it. Maniac makes sense. Yeah. You'll see. Trust me. You guys will see. It'll make sense when I show you all on stream. You'll be like, oh, that's what she meant. Mark my words, Peachy. William Gibson is like one of the cyberpunk funny dudes. Oh, okay. Yeah. It can be like story. It can be writing. It could be author. It could be themes. It could be dialogue. It's like setting. Sometimes like, what was that dragon book we read at the beginning? There was a book. Oh, Priority of the Orange Tree. I feel like it was a good book, but it was just too much world building and too many different characters. I seriously struggled to get into it. So it's that kind of thing. Sci-fi is way too generic, so it's hard to find types you like between. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Hitchhiker's was entertaining, but I also found myself bored with it. Yeah. You can say the same thing for a lot of fantasy books, so that's fair. Yeah, no, I just, it's that for me, being ADHD especially, some books I can read and I can hyperfixate and I can like cruise through them and I love it. Some of them, like Hitchhikers, I get halfway through the page and I realize I've been thinking about something else. And then I have to like refocus and try to like get back into it. And that's where I struggle sometimes. Yeah, Brock. Definitely go focus. Thank you for being here. Kind of scared to see this, kind of crazy. Don't worry. It's a good thing, but insanity. Like absolute. I'm still kind of in shock about it. But I'm like over the moon and excited. You'll see. You've almost made it to the South Carolina. Nice. Whew, okay. Last set of this one and then abs. Peachy, do you start when I start or did you already finish your workout? You think Hitchhikers didn't give me a reason to care about the characters? I think that's a good point. And that's kind of why I like fantasy romantasy. You get like a little bit more of the backstory and you kind of want to see the conclusion of what happens. For Hitchhikers, I'm kind of like, okay, they're wandering around the universe and like the earth is gone, so like there's nothing for them to like go back to. I don't know. I feel that. Okay. Ab time. Oh, you should touch behind as far as the set goes. I didn't realize you were live. Notice you had just started when I started. Oh, so it was perfect timing. In between your sets, you do your quick typing.
Another thing to look at with Hitchhikers to the Galaxy is the fact that it was... Yeah, that's why I've been listening to it on audiobook some, because I kind of like hearing the form that it was like designed to be made for, right? Oh, a big stretch. Oh, God. It's 10:45. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How'd you find the channel? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sweat to death here. It's getting so hot in this garage. Followers are anonymous, so if you want to just lurk, and feel free not to answer me. We're actually getting so close. I think we're within 20 followers of 6K. So all the follows right now mean so much, and I appreciate the heck out of all of you. Okay, heel touch. Yeah, Spacey, at the very beginning, if you read the foreword, they explain how like the book changed throughout time, which was kind of cool. Thought it was just in writing style, and the fact that it was, yeah, no, it was it was I mean, it was written as a story, but for the internet, and then it was also adapted. Ugh. But yeah, so the audiobook is kind of fun. Oh, hi, Bebby. Cerberus is doing the workout too. Just less movement. Ugh. Cerberus. Hi. And Joe, Tiz, I have to applaud you for being able to work out without grunting, flared nostril, and red faces. It takes years of practice. I think I've done enough like training and yoga teaching. I used to teach a hot yoga class that was like, I think it was over 90% humidity with, I don't remember what the heat was set towards, but it was a really hot yoga room, and you have to be able to teach your class and demo and then like walk around. And so every time it goes into the rest screen for this, it makes me all laggy. Come on, computer, you got this. Oh boy. Is it glitchy for you guys? Oh, there we go. Now it's back. Every time my timer goes into the rest mode, it like glitches my screen a lot. I feel like Serby's doing that. I know. He's doing them too, but just less movement. You could never read forward, but that's interesting. Wait, did I say something weird? What do you mean read forward? Yeah, so I'm listening to the ladder workout, so it's cueing me when to do my like when to switch exercises. And then just blabbing, because I don't have to think about it, and it does the time on its own. Have you been sticking with it? Has it still been helping you? You didn't notice that you waved your hand? Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little glitchy. My glute bridges, from sitting so much, my hip flexors are so tight. This is like as far off the ground as I can get with glute bridges. It's like an inch, but it's fine. A little bit is better than nothing. You just really want to focus on squeezing the glutes, keeping your core tight. It's more important for that than it is about height. Yeah, it was glitchy. Ooh. Seems like it's okay like while the movements are going, but just the rest scenes are like not happy. My poor graphics card is probably like, I can't handle the TV, the app, the stream. You would hate that so much. You hate working out and it's hot outside. Oh yeah. I also hate working out in a hot room. I'd much prefer it to be cold. Oh, hi, baby. You look sweet.
Come here. Hi.
He's so cute.
Oh, big stretch. Yeah. Good boy. He is my life. Look at this face.
You did your 56 ladder workout since April. Oh, that's amazing. I've been seeing pretty good PRs and such. I love that. Because I feel like it was one of the times that I recommended it earlier when you started it, right? That makes me really happy that it's been helpful. I love that it changes, right? Like, I get bored doing the same thing all the time. And so it's really nice that you get a little bit of variety.
Okay. Oh my god, I thought I had another set, but I'm done. Huzzah! Okay, now just a quick bit of stretch. We tried letting our dogs in the gym room, and they were all in our faces, so it didn't work. Which team are you guys doing?
Cerberus is, oh my god, look at big stretch. Cerberus is really good at
Chilling for most of it. He didn't used to be at the beginning, but we've practiced a lot. Bane, you did post pictures of all of the... Oh, I saw that, the backpack after I made it to work last night. I know, it was so cute. Little kitten in the backpack. You never really... No. I know you don't switch trainers. But like you can pick a team, but the workouts, a lot of times, at least with my trainer, they switch the workouts every week, and that's what I like, that it switches up. Not the team, but like the workouts themselves. You start with vitality. And now I'm on cruise control. Nice. That's awesome. I've been doing team define the whole time. Part of me kind of wants to switch it up, but most of them need more gym equipment and stuff. And I like the Pilates strength combination. Just getting better. It didn't meow as nearly as much. Did she hate it the first time?
Wait, Bora, you're nervous? You feeling my heart?
Are you talking about just for classes, or?
It's hard to read this direction. Vitality was a little too motivational speaker for me.
No, that's totally fair. That's honestly the reason I like this is like define, it's just Pilates strength, and she doesn't really talk much. Like she's just very much like, here's some core reminders to like, and here's a couple form details, but other than that, she like doesn't say anything, and that's my favorite. There's just a timer. I just chill. It's great. You've slowed down on some. I'm gonna give more time. Yeah, that's fair, Bacon. You have to like give her treats and reward her for liking being in there. And you have no idea what Coach Taylor's. Oh, so you both have the app and you just do your own thing? That's amazing, though. I'm glad that it's been helping you all. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. See, Bora, something that always helps me with that is you don't know what to expect, but neither does anyone else. And anytime you start a new class section, they always will start out with the syllabus. They'll always outline it. They'll let you know what to expect too. So you won't be going into it blind. And even if you are, so is everyone else. So you're not going to be alone in that feeling, so it's okay. And you just take it day by day. You're curious trying other trainers, but I don't have any. See, that's my thing, Peachy. I feel like a lot of the other trainers, you kind of do need to have like a gym membership and have machines or other things. You do a lot of bodybuilding exercise with a squat rack and heavy weights and stuff. Yeah. See, if I had a squat rack, I would do something like that. Okay, go with whatever's comfortable. If you hit the pavement running, everyone does. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about like what you want to wear and stuff? What am I supposed to wear? I was gonna say, I think that's the first thing. You can always sit you all fit to check. I would say, I'm sure you're gonna look adorable no matter what you wear, and you just take it every day, and then you can adjust. That's the cool thing. And also, you don't necessarily even need to fit in. You could just wear whatever makes you feel good. And as long as you follow the dress code, right? Cerberus, get out of there. Come here. Come on. He snuggled his way underneath the trampoline over there. I don't know if you guys saw him. Hi. Come here. Come here. Can you sit? Should we do a couple Cerberus tricks and then go get breakfast? You saw his tail just back there. Yeah. I'm surprised I've been practicing his backup stuff. Here, I'll show you guys. One of the things that I trained him initially, because he's reactive, heel, is, oh, no, not up there. Come on, down. No, you, see, now he just tries all the treats that he knows, or all the tricks that he knows, instead of waiting to hear heel. So I've been trying this one, so when I walk, up. No. Back, no. It's been a long time since we've trained. Come here. Off. This. Here you go. Now walk. No. Stay. Stay down. Come here. Let's try this way. Come this way. Come on. So I've been trying to do this, and then when I back up, back. Sometimes he sits. Come on. There you go. Good. Back. No. There you go. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Okay. There you go. Yes. Yes. Back up. Nice. So I practiced that with him so that, like, if we were to run into some dogs, that he would know that he can, like, back out of a situation. Like, I can back him out and have him come forward if I just grab some treats like this. Safety. And this. Down. Down. All the way. Free. Serby makes my worries go away. Good. Well, that's why we have him. You can always look it up and see. I think if they don't say that there's a like a uniform or anything, they usually have like dress codes that are like no shoulders sometimes, or like skirts above your fingers, but I think it probably is different per region and stuff too. You bought a power cage for $5. Oh, that's amazing. Good boy. You've maxed out our bumper plates? You're like, I'm just too strong now. And now I'm a little bit over 100 miles. Oh, Bacon, that's awesome. Okay, ready? Come. Back. You want to stay close. Come on. Yes. Come on. Back. Yes. Good. Cerberus up. Place. Yes. Down. No, sorry. Actually, you did what I told you to do. Off. Sit. Paw. Yes. Both. Other paw. Stay. Wait. Yes. Down. Yes. Good. Safety. You do the same thing. He'll lay down before you ask him, and then he'll spin before. Yeah, exactly. He's like, he'll do. Dogs that are food motivated will do like all the treats they know how to do first to try to get. They're like, just give me the treat. I'll do everything. I promise. Almost finishes the challenge. I think you're probably a little bit ahead of me then, Ranger. I'm close, but not quite. Place. Nope. Place. Yes. Off. Off. Sit. Safety. And then this one, he's not supposed to take it. Free. So you break. He's really obedient. Well, it's funny. I actually think he is maybe part husky because he does this little like woo sound. Like, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram stories, but he does this like boo woo 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 sort of thing. Don't you? Can you woo? Can you woo? What? What? When you want treats? If you rile him up enough, he'll do it. What? What? What do you want? He's like, I'm waiting. He has to be like really excited to do it sometimes. Or in the morning, if he's asking for food, that's when he'll do it. It's a mix between the Roddy Rumble and the Husky Howl. You also get really good foam out. Nice. Off. Off. Today's stream snack with Oreos and milk. Ooh, nice. Safety. Safety is my favorite. One, because he does this all the time now, but two, I did it originally so that like if people are out and about, that if we do safety, free. If we do safety, that, yes, good boy, that like he knows a command that he's really, really good at, that ideally he, like, that's an easy place so that like, hey, Cerberus, safety. Safety. If he's really good with safety, we can just do this. And then I have access to his collar. And I can control him a little bit more because he's like 70 some pounds. And he, like, if he's out on a leash, like he has dragged me and pulled me over before. So like I have to try to like, yeah, it's really helpful. I tell you how much I appreciate you in a very husky voice. Oh, yeah, exactly. So it gives me cuteness, aggression. I just want to squish this boy. I know. Did you see my Instagram story picture? Oh my God. I just wanted to like, that face. All right, we'll do a little bit more treats because you're doing really good. I actually been really bad at training him. I'm trying to do at least 5 minutes a day because it's crazy how much if you actually just work with, like, look at him already compared to what he was when we first started this. Yes, good. Sit. Yes. Safety. Arson, hi. It's good to see you. Yeah, exactly. I can squeeze him with my legs. And he's stuck in here. Are you stuck? Boop, 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 boop. He's like, stop, Mom. Place. Yeah, hi, Pink Slayer. Yeah, no, he... Actually, the worst one that I've ever done was I think I was on my phone or like wasn't really paying attention. And it was before he was good because now he off leashes when he does like fetch and stuff and he's good with that. But when he wasn't, I had him on like a 50-foot leash and I was not paying attention. I threw the ball a little bit too far. And I was like the memes of like the grandmas that are holding the leash and then all of a sudden they're like flying horizontal. That was that. He took off, reached the end of the leash, and I just like, whoop, went flying. All right, Cerberus, come. Here. Sit. Paw. Yeah, both. Other paw. Yes. Up. Give it to me. There you go. Stay. Look how freaking cute he is. Stay. Yes. Safety. Something's he has safety. Cats on the other hand, just Prince. This is true. I like cats in their own right. They're great to like sleep with, and I love the purrs. But overall, dogs are just my absolute life. This is the only problem. he backs out at an angle. Stay close. Come here. And so if you practice this, no, not on a couch because he climbs up on it, but if you practice it next to a wall or something, I don't have a wall that you guys can see, but if you practice this on a wall, dogs can, it helps them learn how to back up, because a lot of dogs have to actually be taught that they have the like, that they have the backup maneuver ability. And then I actually kind of want to do, there's a trick that you do, like you have to teach them to use their back legs. So there's a trick that you can do where you have dogs put their paw on, let's see if I can do it with this. We'll see if we can teach them a new trick here. All right, Cerberus, can you step up? You have to let him. And this is the thing that I train with dogs, is I let them try to figure things out. Cerberus, look. And if they get closer, or if they step one paw on it, then you would treat them. Come on. I didn't give it to you. Come on. Oh. Come on. Put your paw up here. Here, look, watch. Yes. Right here. He's like, I'll do everything. Just give me the treat. Come on. I want to get a bigger box that like doesn't split. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. Good boy. And then you give them lots of treats when they do something that you like. And then, so this, once they learn how to like get their, this, I watched a video on this. Once they figure out how to get their feet on a box. Yes. Then you do this kind of thing, where you force their back feet to move. So their front paws stay stationary. And you might have to guide them. And they learn to turn with just their back legs. And this is where you can get dogs to learn how to do their like heel thing. Come on. There, yes. Back. And then they learn this better. Yes. And so the way I like training too is like, I don't believe in any sort of punishment for dogs ever. It is only like having patience. Off. Like you tell them what they're not supposed to do. But then you only reward them for when they do something that you like. And sometimes they'll just keep trying things. Like for example, if I wanted him to like, I don't know. Like say for example, I wanted him to get onto this. Sometimes you can let them just practice things. Yes, good boy. Sit. And then you just treat them when they're doing something right and you let them figure it out. And then a lot of times, like so for example, one of the things that I was working on him with was trying to use like, and it helps dogs with creative thinking. So helping them like figure out how to like climb under a chair or something. You like put a chair in the middle of the room and then every time they like stick their head under the chair or under it. See, like now he's getting off and on the trampoline because he thinks that's what I want, right? So like you teach them to like after they stick their head under the chair, then they're like, oh, what happens if I put my whole body under it? Do I get more treats? And then you treat them that way rather than like just getting mad at him. And it's having a lot of patience. Like he's taught me so much. Don't jump up. He's taught me so much about having patience and just waiting until his brain figures something out and then rewarding for him. You've been trying to years to train my horse to sit. It's not easy. Yeah, I can imagine. Hi, Cloven. How's it going? Sit. Paw. Yes. Good. So he didn't move in reverse? No. Yeah, I had to teach him. I mean, some dogs can move in reverse a little bit, but trying to move specifically that way can be really tough for them. Hi, Asta. It's good to see you. Sorry, I probably missed a bunch of chats there while I was blabbing about this, but Miffy, it's good to see you. And Poosh, welcome in. Hi. They do move in reverse, but sometimes they have to figure out essentially the like proprioception of like where their back legs are in space. That's kind of why dogs have a hard time of like getting stuck in things, is like yeah, they can figure it out, but to be able to be really quick about, like, if you're doing heel, like if I'm trying to do this, come on. And I'm wanting him to like stay and then quickly try to get into a small scenario that's like without him turning all the way around. A lot of dogs struggle with that. Oh, and this is what it's actually for in the long run, is this. Back. So when this is what I'm working on now. He's not very good at it. Safety. That I can do this, and then like if I need to back up and move, he will move with me, which he doesn't do really right now. There you go. Yes. Yes. Move your back. Move your back. There you go. Yes. Safety. Back. Back. Not sit. Come on. Up. Nope. We tried again. Safety. No. Up. Yes. Back. Yes. Oh, no. Come on. And then we just try it again. Safety. Up. I've been having him sit. And so now he's learned to like do this where he like walks and sits with me. But if I want him to try to back, no. See, and then he gets confused whether he's supposed to back or not. So that's, we practice. And if he backs up a step, back. No, don't sit. No sit. Come on. He's like, lay down, roll over. What else do I need to do? Oh, I know, Bacon, right? Don't want to move, I want candy. Yeah. Can he crawl? I don't know if he can even fit. He actually was really cute. I play hide and seek with him too. So sometimes I'll have him stay and I'll go run and hide somewhere in the house and then I call his name and then he comes to find me. And the other day I hid under the bed and he didn't know where I was and he was like searching everywhere and he's freaking out. And then I started laughing, so he found me, and the speed in which he dove underneath the bed and like army crawled to me in the back corner was the cutest thing I've ever seen. You actually use our dog's really hard food as treats? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just use his dog food. He gets a cup in the morning, and then we actually split his cup, so we give him one cup in the middle that we give him for like a lunch pat and also like just like a training thing because he's so food motivated. And then we give him the other half a cup at dinner. Pink Slayer, this is all just, and everybody has their own way of training. For me, I've liked the method of having a lot of patience, rewarding, and I only do positive reinforcement dog training. I don't do anything that's negative. Like I don't, like I'll give him like an or a no sometimes. But I don't like, I will never hit him or like I don't even like, at first we were trying to lead train him by like giving him signals on his leash, like tugging on his leash and stuff. And instead I just reward him for when the leash is loose now. And if he starts pulling, I stop walking. And so he knows, and it's a long process because he pulls a lot, but I've just kind of done it that way. Hi, Day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have this top and I have matching shorts, and so I'll mix and match sometimes. Also, Pink Slayer, it's really good to see you in here, by the way. I have my new TikTok friend, too. You're fine till you start your day. You got your coffee? Heck yeah. We're going to go I have a new protein powder to try that we're going to do here in a second. But this is kind of fun. I work out, and now this is Cerberus's workout. We both get our workout in a day. You love the little stories of how realized objects are doing? Oh, are you talking about date everything? Yes, it's really fun. I actually don't know if I've realized any of them. So don't give me any spoilers. Have you seen those army dogs? Oh, I know. They're crazy, Asta. And that's kind of like, he's not going to be perfect, but he does learn really fast and really well. And so I do want to teach him a lot of that stuff. He's so good with training things. Come on, up. Safety. Cerberus, come here. Up. Safety. Let's try this. Yes. I'll squeeze his front shoulders and back him up manually. There you go. Yes. Here we go. Forward. Yes. Back. Yes. Good. Back. Scoot up. No, you always love to sit. He looks so shiny right now. Okay, God. You're so good. Place. Safety is a move that ends in a sit. Well, it's not in our case. Safety is just between your legs. And then I like to give him the sit command separately. All the treats are gone, dude. Vinny, how's it going? Happy Monday. And Frail, I was just thinking of you because I was thinking about Guild Wars this morning. How you doing? I like that idea. Yeah, positive reinforcement only. And then dogs, they're not scared by intimidation. It's just they like to listen to you because they want to, not because they're afraid. That's where like a lot of dog training I think goes wrong, because if you train dogs, come on, off, come on, come on. He's like, you don't have any treats. I don't have to listen to you anymore. They learn because they want to do things, and you're actually helping them. Like if it's the same way with people, right? Like if you have a trauma, hey, okay, I don't have any, I'm sorry. If you have a trauma and somebody forces you to do something, it's not going to get rid of the trauma. You're just going to do the thing and not like it. And so like dogs, a lot of times, like you can teach them to not be reactive by like punishing them, but they're still going to have that like brain reaction to them. And so if you teach them how to like, it's like learning how to, we're like giving him positive reinforcement is like giving him therapy to learn that he's not actually afraid of these things, or he doesn't have to be overwhelmed or scared by it. That like it could be a good thing. He could see another dog and he gets a treat, and it's an exciting good thing, not something that he like freaks out about. And some dogs have certain personalities, so like you never will be able to teach them certain things. And I think that's the other thing to know about animals, is that like they're all different. Different breeds are better at different things too. Like border collies and Australian shepherds and stuff, super smart with like lots of things. Hitting him only works against you. Yeah, I hate that. Cerberus, look what you did to my pants. There's so much dog hair. Neo, hello, welcome in. You're not gonna spoil it. You just don't necessitate everything. I love it. I do need to play some more and do all the realization stuff. What? Are you excited now? He's like, I got treats. Now I want to play. All right, you guys ready to go do lunch and well, breakfast technically, and hammock chats? He's been doing this lately where he just like rubs up against surfaces for things, and it's really cute. Except for when it's my bed, when he's not allowed to be on that. You know what? This isn't coming off. Chat is food motivated. Yeah. We're all food motivated. All right, hold on. Let me just. I definitely just unplugged my mic. Can you hear me? Did you just stop being able to hear me for a second? This is the one I'm looking to unplug. I tried to unplug my Stream Deck and I just unplugged my mic receiver. I think you couldn't hear me before, right? It's in my veins. All right, Cerberus, we're going on an adventure. Okay. Go. Open the door. Okay. You didn't notice, you just figured you weren't talking? Yeah, definitely. Oh, weird. They're building a house next door, and it's been concrete, and they just put up like the initial wall. So it's weird to walk to my window and be like, ah, there's a house there all of a sudden. Oh, I was like, where am I? The thing with the middle of your shirt, it's like a mini Iron Man. I know, right? My little mic here. Okay, so I just got a new kind of protein powder. It's the mud. Have you guys heard of mud water before? It's expensive protein, so I don't know how often I would get it, but I am one of those people that I like to try a lot of different stuff. And the thing about this is the big thing that they promote is literally, it was like I looked out the window and it's like the whole view is different. What is the house doing? A lot of protein powders will have some either like shitty synthetic ingredients and things that are not as great for your body. And this one is focused both on your mind and your gut. So it has like plant protein, has nootropics and adaptogens, fiber, it's 25 grams of protein, has some vitamin D, some probiotics. So it says the first mental wellness protein blend. So it's like more than just protein powder, has functional mushrooms, probiotics, nootropics, like bacopa and ashwagandha, and it fuels your body and your mind. It supports your mood and digestion. This company started by making this. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Counter space. They made this, which we've tried. They made like these chais and like a turmeric drink and stuff. So a lot of their marketing is based around creating like a really healthy morning routine. I'm not sponsored by them either. This is just something that I want to try, by the way. This is just me being like, yeah, the mushroom people. And Nemesis to come into the room and starting a refrigerator and a wooden door. And I think, what do I walk to? And then Tizzy appeared. Hello, I'm here. Like my wife, the amount of different powders she's tried in her life. Literally, you get. Currently, this is the only other powders I have in there. This is the collagen. This is a bone broth protein that I like, but when you blend it, it gets really foamy that I don't like. This is the protein Nanda usually uses, but it's whey protein, and whey protein makes my stomach not very happy. So I did an allergy test a while ago, and it showed that I had an insensitivity or a sensitivity to pea proteins. But I think part of that reason is like when you do blood tests, it'll show you what you eat a lot of, right? So like if you have a lot of protein or like if I eat a lot of eggs, it will read that my body is like sensitive to eggs because that's what's in my body too. So they say that sometimes those blood tests aren't super accurate. This is watching one of the world's. It literally is. The thing is, I don't think this thing comes with a scoop. And so it says 48 grams, approximately 2 scoops. It doesn't have a scoop. I don't know what that is. Okay, what is this? This is 70 milliliters. It says 48 grams. You know what? I'm going to measure it this way for the first time. And we'll see if this scoop is good, because this is what I used for my last protein powder. It's vicious. Actually, let's do it this way. So we can tear this. So 48 grams, approximately 2 scoops. So I'm going to try to just do this. Oh, wait, there is a scoop in here. I have to scoop the scoop out. Yeah. I found the scoop. It's Interesting that it says approximately 2 scoops. Approximately, because this is 35 grams already. God, I'm a little scared that this is going to taste disgusting. And then 2 of these, that's 52. Interesting. I think their math is off. Not food motivated. You have what in your apartment? Yeah, lactose intolerant here. Weighs like blah. Cabinets. Yeah, it's deep in there usually. That's where I find them. You gotta go hunting, huh? You've been kind of eyeballing the Rise stuff, but now it's not. Yeah, I've seen that. We're gonna try this though. This is the mud water. It's new. I like that it's brain focused as well as for your nutrition. Okay, but here's the test. I think I want to put oat milk with this because I kind of hate it with water, but I kind of want to see what it tastes like with water. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of powder and water in here and just try it. My last protein powder I tried was Truvani, which I actually really liked. Except for I got really sick of the flavor I chose. I did like a vanilla chai. That was a bad idea. You guys missed. I've got a little mixer and I didn't have it far enough. No, nope, nope. I've definitely just sprayed protein powder everywhere. Mud water tastes funky. Have you tried it before? Or are you talking about real mud water? Most protein powders, they always have that like aspartame sort of flavor, which I don't like, which is like the sugar alternative. Although this is, oh, it's stevia. It's that stevia flavor, which I'm not a fan of. Depends on how you pack the scoop, if it's well packed or loosely packed. If you topped it over, because you know some people like to do heaping scoops. It seems like even less than 2, it was like less than 2 scoops was still over 53 grams. It's a lot of power for one beverage. That's what I'm saying. This is apparently, like, it's pretty expensive. And it only lasts, I think, 4 weeks. So it's like, if you were to do this, I think the actual protein, like I have a discount right now. But I think typically it's like, I want to say it's like $80 or something dumb. But also, I am of the belief that I would rather spend more money on something that's going to fuel my body well. Because if you think about it, it's like, if I go get, like, coffees around here are like almost $5 to $10 anyway. So it's like, if I'm going to spend that much on going to get a coffee, like I might as well spend it on a healthy protein drink or something. Ooh, that sounds so good, Asa. I don't want it to rattle too much in my mic. You used to get your Sun Warrior for super cheap. Sun Warrior. I don't know if I've tried that before. Tried so many of them. I'm sure your skin needed protecting. My protein needed protecting too. A little tip with protein powder, I always, which I didn't do because I was measuring the amount, I like to put in, oh my God, I like to put in the liquid first, or at least a little bit of the liquid, then the protein powder. That way it is less likely to clump to the bottom of the like shaker and get stuck. It came with a little shaker bottle. I have so many of these freaking shaker bottles at this point. No, Spacey, I think it's like 80. Like, I think I paid 60 for this because it was discount, but I think it's 80. Yeah, really expensive. 30's not bad. 30's not bad. Most of them are way more expensive than that these days, though. You tried a different brand of bacon this time around. It's a bit more expensive, but I like thick cut. Nice. All right, now we're going to try it with oat milk. You're like, oh yeah, 80's a lot. It's honestly not bad. There's, you know when you try a protein powder that you immediately are like, what? It's not like that. It's really, it almost reminds me of, you know, like when you have like plain cacao powder, like unsweetened baking cacao. That's almost what it tastes like. It's a little bit of that like chalky, chocolatey flavor, but it's definitely not the worst. I think I'd probably prefer to maybe do the vanilla and mix it with things, but, and that's why I don't even want them. They're so expensive. I bet I'll hate most of them. See, my thing though is I don't get enough protein if I don't. All right, I'm gonna take you guys up to the chat spot. Guys, come to my bedroom with me. Yeah. Hi, Harris. Welcome in. Okay. This is where I try not to drop everything. The best part of the morning. And then after I finish my shake, I've got so many things to show you guys. Hee hammock time. Actually, I'm going to scoot this out a little bit. What about here? Yeah. There we go. Last improv. Ooh, chocolate strawberry milkshake. That actually sounds pretty good. My weekend was really good. Saturday I did a lot of errands. You guys want to actually, before I even get that, you want to see my new plants? Guys, I love plants. I got 2 new babies. And I got my naked root planters that I want to try. So we'll see how they work. I got a baby rubber leaf because these things can grow into like trees, like giant things. But I wanted to start it small. And then I forget what this kind of plant is called, but it has really cool coloring. And the cool thing about these new pots that I got is that they have lines, like they have lots of aeration holes essentially. So it allows for the roots to breathe a lot more. And you can actually just pour water in through here, and then it waters through the bottom. So you're able to bottom water your plants a lot easier. So I got this little guy. No, it's not a type of Monstera. It's starts with an A. I forget. And then the rubber leaf. But yeah, so these are my new babies. So I got these. And then I'll show you guys my books after I eat, because I got a lot of books that I'm excited to show you. I'm assuming that you have your camera mirrored. No? This is my left hand. It's the webcam might automatically be, but not technically, no. That's actually a good idea. You have a dark chocolate cookies and cream whey protein? Yeah, I honestly am not a huge fan of doing protein powders with water. I think they're kind of gross. So I usually do oat milk, and then I'll put a little bit of water in at the very end to make sure I get all the dregs. Raymond, I'm tempted to get... I have some new Lego sets coming. You guys will see. I'm so excited. So first order of business that we need to talk about is subathon things. You're watching from dusk to dawn? Are you like Twitch streams, you mean? I'm trying to think of, and I don't know if there'd be a good way to do this. So if you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them. But we're pushing for our plus points, and a lot of times people drop a lot of subs, but I would much prefer people to just do their own subs so that we can work on the plus points than I would be to gift subs. So I'm trying to think of like a more fun incentive so that like if people do their own subs, then it's like a certain amount of them means that we add an extra day onto a subathon, or like if we hit if we hit certain goals, then we like do specific things on stream. Like if we do some sort of like wheel spin kind of thing, that was one of Ty's suggestions. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any clever ideas with it. Bacon I love too, but I'm not. No. And I totally get it. And that's my thing is that like if I always tell people, even like being here and lurking and just being part of the community, like that helps support us as streamers. And then if you have the means and are able to support monetarily, the different tiered subs are really, really helpful for that, because then that way streamers can make more per sub without people having to spend as much. The reason I was asking it first is because you went to adjust it exactly in that way. I mean, it might, though, this webcam might automatically reflect. I don't think it technically does. I just get confused. Hi, you're being a little menace now. Can you come place? Come here. This is not for you. Only protein powder. You do it with water. The peach iced tea and cherry flavored. Interesting. I could see that not being too bad. Yeah, he wants some. Every time I take a sip and he can smell it, he's like, "What? Where's mine?" You sometimes put a couple of scoops of ice cream in your protein shake to turn into a milkshake. Ooh. You just like blend it up too. You can put some yogurt in an ice cream maker. Oh, bacon, that's a great tip. Because that's, if you can find ways that you can tastify your protein or your drinks in a way that still is going to be, like obviously adding ice cream is going to add a lot of sugar though. Will the anchors hold the tiny boy if he was in there? Maybe. I don't know though. I would trust my outside hammock stand a lot more than the wall. He also hates it. I have tried to get him in this hammock with me so many times, and he's not a fan. I think maybe I'll work on it, but typically he is not about it. He is, how old are you? Did you just turn 2? I think you just turned 2. We actually got him from the Humane Society. Oops. I redid the song by touching my headphones. Yeah, we just got him from the Humane Society back in around Christmas, I feel like. It was a little bit later than that. February, March area. And he turned you shocked me. He turned 2 in June. Ah! Are you swinging me? Hi, silly. How? What? What? He's being a massive goob right now. This is not for you. He's getting better. I think a lot of dogs that are at the Humane Society for a long time tend to be really reactive. He was their longest member there, and he had several adoptions fall through. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is because he is a little bit big and unruly and does take a lot of love and a lot of training. He's gotten better. Like, we've actually taken him to some farmers markets and stuff now. And as long as we have lots of treats, he seems to be okay walking around with people around now. He wasn't, when we first had him, he would bark at everyone. The problem is it depends on, like, the environment, right? So, like, if we're at the farmers market and there's tons of people and they're all around, he seems like he's okay. He sees a dog, he'll freak out. Mostly, I think, because he wants to play with them. And then he also, if we're on like a walk and somebody's walking towards us, he'll bark at them because I think he feels a little bit like threatened. Dude, you keep knocking stuff off the desk. Careful. You can make ice cubes with milk to make it a milkshake. Ooh, that's smart. Only TV program you enjoy watching is returning for a new season this Saturday. It's a program with singers from different... Oh, that's awesome, Raymond. Just people singing for the love of music. Pixel, hi. How are you? Yeah, we don't have any friends that really have dogs, but we were thinking about that we need to have him go on some doggy play dates and stuff. A lot of it is like we haven't had him play with other dogs since we've had him, and it's kind of like that fear of like we don't know how he's reacted because he on a leash it's vicious. Like he does the like I'm gonna put Ghibli jazz on now. He does the very kind of scary, intimidating looking like lunge and snarl, and if you have a 70-pound dog doing that, then it makes sense. The big growly, yeah, that, but also like loud and aggressive. Cerberus, leave it. All right, you guys want to see my books that I got too? I'm just gonna rinse this out real quick. That's my other big tip with protein powder. Don't let it sit in the shaker. Otherwise it's a nightmare to clean out. Now it'll just be a test to see how my stomach reacts to it. Because taste-wise, I actually don't mind this. It's pretty good. I could totally be good with this. And I don't think I would protein powder every day. I would do it on like days that I work out more. Hi, I know, you're so curious. You're so curious all the time. Okay. Okay, so when I tell you that I have a problem with books, I have a little bit of a minor problem with books, okay? Shh, Peachy. And, okay, Cerberus, I need you to stop. Can you sit? You're cute, but I don't want your nose getting my books all wet. Hey, sit. Dude. Oh, now he's doing the hammock rub. Come on. Can you sit? Yes, down. Yes, good boy. Minor, okay? Minor. So, I'll actually start. I bought this book actually a while ago. I already had this one, but I wanted to show you guys because this is what we're reading next month for our book club. So for those of you who don't know, we do have a book club in the Discord. So if any of you guys ever want to get into reading, or if you only want to read, like say you don't like, we actually planned out the rest of the books for the month so that you have time to be able to get them from libraries and stuff if you want, so you can plan ahead. It's pinned in the Book Babble channel. But so like if you only want to join for like a month or two here and there, you totally can. And so this book is what we're reading next month. It's called The Night and the Moth. And of course, it is a sprayed edge version. So I'm actually really excited for this book. So I just want to show you guys this guy. Promo our book club, if any of you guys want to join. I got these books. This was actually a gift, so I just got this from my P.O. box. I got a lovely letter from Titanical. Ty, I love the stationery, by the way. And then, ooh, these have like cool, the beginning chapters are like, have like artwork stuff. These are from the author's website too. So they're all signed by the author, which is really cool. These are actually my first author signed books I've ever had. And they were a gift from Spider Queen. So this is the series. It's the first, second, and third book. This is Peachy. I think you were reading this, right? This is it says a steamy vampire fantasy romance novel. And it's a sapphic. It's yeah, steamy lesbian fantasy romance. So excited for that. I did, yeah. It was Spider Queen was like, I'm sick of waiting for you to get it. I will buy it for you. Here are the books. You must read them. Which is sad because I don't think she's in chat right now, so she hasn't seen them. But yeah, so I got those ones. So I'll start them here soon. This is why I can't go to the bookstores. We got pals. Yeah, anytime that there's like pretty sprayed edges. The worst part, Barnes & Noble has a number of books are 50% off hardcovers. The problem is I literally have bought every single hardcover in there that I wanted already. I was like looking at the stack. This was the only one that looked like it was interesting that I don't have. It honestly sounds pretty dumb, but it had pretty good ratings on Goodreads, which honestly I'm starting not to trust because half the time the people that rate these books are like people that love the romantasy side of it, and they just like rate it really high for the smut or something, and I'm like, okay, not my favorite. But look how pretty it is. Like this is the sprayed edge for it. What is it? And it's a purple book. So, and this one I got for 50% off. So this was like $15 for this, which isn't bad. And then this one was actually a gift from Midnight that I just got a little bit ago. The only thing that pisses me off is when you get books, when you order them online, the people that mail deliver are so mean to books. So it got beat up a little bit. Some of the like the edges are like squished and stuff, but from far away it still looks pretty good. And I think it's a really pretty book. So this is like the inside. And the rest of it. So I just got this as a gift from Midnight. So when I was at the bookstore, I saw they had a second one. So this is what they look like together. I love when the series looks really pretty together. And it also has a really cool cover part. This one has the scorpion. And then the inside isn't that super pretty? I don't even know what these two are about. I just thought they were just absolutely gorgeous. These ones. Let's see, what's it about? It's a romantasy debut. Thrown into a desolate land of sickness and unnatural beasts, Kai wakes up in the wood with no idea who she is or how she got there. I like male, or like typically male names that are used for females. I don't know. I'm just a fan of that. All she knows is that she cannot reach the Sea of Devourer. Even this hellscape will get worse, but when she sees a village of blacksmith fight invaders with unspeakable skill, she decides to accept his offer of help. Too bad he's as skilled at annoying her as he is at fighting. As she searches for answers, Kai only finds more questions, especially regarding the blacksmith who can ignite her body like a flame and then douse it with ice in the next breath. I can tell already it's not gonna be great writing. It says, and no one is what or who they appear to be in the kingdom of Vinvridith, including the man whose secrets might be as deadly as the land itself. Oh god. Books like this, you can open them and you can like flip to different parts and read just like some dialogue here and there, and I'm like, it's gonna be entertaining. It'll make me giggle. I don't think it's gonna be a literary masterpiece, but anything with a moth on it gets a passing grade though. See, and that's my thing. Like, I actually just read the Crimson Moth and the Rebel Witch series, which a lot of people hated on it. I actually kind of liked it, but it it was very questionable. I will say that. The covers do matter. I will die on that hill. Oh, well, I only buy the books that I buy are the pretty ones. Otherwise, I'll just get it on my Kindle, right? Like if it can't be pretty, then I also have any of you guys read the Daughter of No World series? I highly recommend. Clarissa Broadbent is such a good author, and I like, at least in my own opinion, the thing that I will say about it too is I've been seeing a lot of authors talk about the fact that, and that's why this one I'm kind of like, I mean, she's a best-selling author, but debut books, like people's first books, don't tend to be as great unless maybe she's written a bunch of other books before, and then this is her first like published book. But some people will try. There was a big debacle on Book Talk a while ago of somebody who had a book that they published, but it just like clearly wasn't finished. Like it wasn't edited well. It was like self-published, and it got a lot of hate. And then the discussion around it is now that makes it so she's not as likely to write another book and stuff because of this reception for her current book. But I think what's really important is just knowing the fact that I'm pulling up chat on my phone so I can actually it's very bright and shiny over there, and I keep trying to read and I'm getting blinded, so I'm just pulling this up here. So people say you have to write several books before you publish, and you notice the books increasing. So Clarissa Broadbent has written so many books. Her, like, I think it's what's it called? I think Crown of Nyaxia, or honestly, I don't know how to say half the names in books. We just read the word and go, yeah, that's what it's called. But her vampire series, there's so many books that are all centered in the same world now that it's gonna be good. Oh, my chat that I'm gonna move this down actually real quick. It's supposed to blend out, but I think I don't have the thing that's supposed to blend it out on this computer. So now it's just running into that and it's pissing me off. Okay, that might be better. But yeah, so she's written a ton of books in this same world and they're all really good. But anyway, sorry, ADHD brain. Daughter of No Worlds, different different world, same author. So good. It's that is like the kind of romance book that I like, where it's not just like smut all over the place. It's like really them exploring what makes them who they are and falling in love with each other as a character and the underlying elements, rather than it being like a surface level romance, which can be a fun read, but I don't prefer those books as much. It might be okay, but that makes me pause. You're talking about that book, Spacey? Yeah. It's you when you read summaries like that, you're like, I know this is gonna be cheesy as hell. Hi, Blame. No worries. I hope work is going well. It's good to see you. How you doing? And when the weather's decent, I want to walk up to my local bookstore. Oh, that'd be so nice. Spacey, I appreciate you so much, by the way. Just I feel like you've been one of the people that just like always like answers questions and welcomes people in, and it just means a lot. I'm gonna have to chat with you about if you'd actually like to mod at some point or another. Just an FYI, put that on your radar. And maybe you come home with classics and then you only get halfway through. See, this is the thing. My big thing with books is I feel like you should read what you enjoy. And yeah, you can be snobby about books and be like, well, I want the writing to be good and things like that, which I do. I just like to read something that I'm going to have fun with and I'm going to enjoy. Even if the writing is terrible, but I call it book candy and I like it. It's your life. I am going to do, so I just started I actually don't know if the command works on here. I probably need to add that too. Can somebody do exclamation YouTube and see if that works? I think I need to add that command on this computer. I just dropped a video on Sunday. Oh my God. Actually, speaking of YouTube, I'm supposed to post a video right now. Hold on. Please hold. I think it's prepped and ready. I just need to hit post. On Sunday, I posted a video. Okay. So that's my old YouTube. Come here. So that's my gaming channel. I also have a book channel that's at Tiz Reads is the handle. And I just did a little like book vlog thing. So if anyone is interested in chatting books, I have a bunch of planned content for that. One of them is I am going to take all of the books. I think I want to buy one of those like manual hand scanners from Amazon, and I'm going to scan all of the books so I can figure out what I have and figure out how many books I have read versus have not of my physical books that I own. So I'm going to make a video of that. I also want to make a video on like unpopular opinions, like the books that I really didn't like, but I know everyone else enjoys. Okay. And then I'm actually pretty proud of this video because this took me, I think I need to not be afraid of making longer videos too, because most of my like videos are like under 10 minutes and I'm like, it's way too long. People are going to get bored, but like that's kind of the point of YouTube, I feel like. But this is my newest video. It's because we've been doing our First Play Fridays, I made this one, which is just like a July recap of all the games that we played. And so yeah, if you guys want to check it out, give it a watch, a like. If you haven't subscribed, it would mean a lot. I'm trying to get 1,000 followers on that channel so that I can get monetized. So yeah, that'd be really helpful. I'm trying to be better at that. Let me scroll up. I haven't read The Far Pavilions. Yeah, Raymond, I just finished the second book. It was pretty good. It wasn't amazing. It was a little bit of that cheesy, like, yeah, like, nah. It was entertaining at least. I'm tempted to buy a book and go to a coffee shop and just, oh, Raymond, that's one of my favorite things to do. Like, you get a book, you get a new book, you go to a coffee shop and you curl up and you just like drink coffee and read your book. It's like my favorite thing ever. You're not in classes back in high school, you know Shakespeare. Oh my God, it's so hard for me to read. I'm just not entertained by that these days. Hi, Pixelated. Good to see you. Are these up in Discord? Or we add them to your book YouTube? Are you talking about my new ones that I'm just talking about? Yeah, I can make. Well, so I've also had a request for showing off my Sprayed Edge book collection, which is a lot of them. A tuck jump is really hard, Pixelated. You got minus the handstands. I think the tuck jump is maybe the next hardest exercise I have on there. But how you doing? It's good to see you. Raymond, that is totally fair. Just play it here or there. And Spider Queen, you're here. I just finished talking about, I'll just show you again since you're here. But I just finished blabbing about these guys. Thank you again. I appreciate the heck out of you. Honestly, getting to go to my P.O. box, because I haven't had anything in my P.O. box for literally months. Which is like not your guys' fault. I honestly don't talk about it that much. So you guys don't really know that it exists. But I have said in the past that like, if you guys want to send letters to do pen pal things, or if it's just like you found a cool sticker that you want to send. And that's the thing is like stamps aren't that expensive. I think it's what, like 25 cents a stamp or something. So you could send like normal letters for pretty cheap. It makes me so excited to get things in my P.O. box. So I got these guys. This is debatably the best present I've ever gotten in my P.O. box. And I also got a letter from Titanical, and it just made me really, really happy. So, Nerd Titan. Hi, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. We're kind of just blabbing books at the moment. I'm talking about new books that I just got and also some like YouTube book plans that I have for the future. So welcome in. Thank you for the raid. If anyone's new here, hi, I'm Tiz. I'm a variety streamer. On Mondays, Mondays are like unfiltered Tiz. Like I do a fitness stream and then I do breakfast. Today we tried out a new protein powder and then I sit and chat in my hammock for a little bit and we just talk about random things. And then Monday, we play the same game every week. We're working on The Last of Us, and Friday is First Play Friday. So we work on just a new indie game. So thank you for the raid. It means a lot. I'm using my phone for chat right now because I am very far behind. Let's see, you're trying to get through Foster the Brothers. Oh, yeah. For now, my move will be waiting. Yeah, pixelated. I can't imagine just getting out of bed and doing a tuck jump right off the bat. And all the books, I like seeing reviews of books. Spacey, I have a lot of books. But yeah, I think I'll start with like my next book. Or no, I made a book log of this last weekend, and I'll post that this weekend. And then my next video that I want to do is scanning and categorizing all the books that I have in my entire, so I like will pull all the books in my house and scan them all so that they're all digitally, because I don't know if you guys saw my TikTok, but I picked up a book that I wasn't sure that if I had, and I didn't end up getting it, and I actually don't have it, and I really want it, and so I don't want to run into that again. So I'm going to put a collection on my phone, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that on that YouTube video, and then I'm going to do some reviews, and I want to make a bunch of videos that are like, if you like this one, like if you're a fan of Fourth Wing, On Wings of Blood, and Glow of the Everflame, and all these books I preferred more, things like that, right? Yeah, Ty, it might take me a little bit to get back to you, but I definitely will. I'll write you back. It's like unloading my mind and forget what I wrote. Yeah. Oh man, did you become leaner and didn't tell anyone? How dare you? In all serious, is notable. Well done. Wait, you mean like weight-wise? Thank you. Yeah, I have lost not too much, because I've done a lot of like gaining some muscle too, but I've lost over 15 pounds. Actually, maybe a little bit more. Let me go check. Health. I have an app. I have a scale app that tells me. Oh, it logged me out. What the heck? It like tracks all my progress, so I can go look. All right, let's see. Data graph. Let's look at of all time. Nope, this is not all time. How do I go all the way back? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so just over 15. Because I was up at like 145-ish, and I've been consistently like right under 130 now. Yeah, I remember I saw a picture of myself for my birthday, not this year, but last year, and just realized that I was really not happy with my body and where I'd gotten, and was like, all right, it's time. Time to get my butt in gear. But that means a lot. I appreciate it, Omen. And when you read them, we need to talk about them. For sure. For sure. We will. And I think Peachy's reading them too, so we could all chat about them. You attempted to send you the Dutch translation of Legend Lattes because it's bright edges, even though you wouldn't be able to read them. Honestly, Raymond, if it's a really cool book and really pretty, I would so still display it. I've seen some of like the German copies of books and some of the like the Dutch ones. Like some of them have really cool, unique sprayed edge stuff. So I was gonna say that would be one I would display. Deanna, I already have one of the series of Legends and Lattes. And it might be the same one. So I'll show you when I do my video of all my sprayed edge books. But Deanna sent me another special copy too of one. Fitness and Flop and Hammock, exactly. They are signed, and I actually haven't gone through. Maybe I'll do that now, just so you can see it. This is my address. It's not Ty's, so it's okay. But this is Ty's stationery, which is really cute. I like it. That's my P.O. Box address, if anybody wants to send me anything. Yeah, it has, I got this little bag, and it has lots of like, they have like the recommended reading order. Have you read the other books in her series yet? So I have this. It's like recommended reading order thing. This is like reading rating thing. Comes with like lots of random stuff. This is a playlist thing. And it has a lot of, what else is in here? I have stickers. This says once upon a time a vampire corrupted a hunter. We've got some artwork. That same artwork on a bookmark. I'll use that bookmark when we read it. As is like the thank you thing. Choosing to shop from the independent store, you're supporting independent artists, helping me continue to create the stories I love. And I love that. So thank you so much, Spider Queen. And then there's like, I think there's a pop socket that says, girls do it better with the book thing. This says dark romance obsessed stalker sticker. It's actually a really pretty sticker. And these different. The rib cage sticker. And this one says age gap and 5 cents on it. And then I think this is also like a coffin shaped bookmark pin thing. Let's do Dark Sapphic Vampire Book Candy Talk. Yes, indeed. And also a sucker that's shaped like a heart. It's cherry flavored. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then here, let me scroll. And they are signed indeed. It's, what is her business name? Is On Your Knees Fiction. She's got the stamp and the signing. So we'll see how that is. Use Goodreads, but I need to go clean up. See, I use Goodreads to track what I've read and haven't sometimes, but my main app I use is Fable. I love Fable. If you haven't checked it out, visually it just looks a lot better than Goodreads. And we have a Discord book club in there. We just haven't, we weren't using it very much. So maybe at some point we'll revitalize it. Or, especially if you guys like, say for example, if we want to start like a little sapphic, book club, we could have a bunch of different book clubs and we can use that app to chat on it, because you can like set them up, and it's really cool because you can chat about each chapter too. And then if people haven't gotten to the chapter yet, you don't have to look at it, so you don't get spoilers. And I just think the app is really cool. I just didn't have enough friends that were using it with me to really feel like it was productive, but I would love to use it more at some point. Oh, Cerberus got mad. I was scratching him. So yeah, I like Fable, and then Libib is the app that I'm going to use for tracking all of my like personal library books, if that makes sense. Nerd, you've been doing more YouTube stuff too? Yeah, honestly, it's kind of hard to get into, to like sit down and edit and work on it, but it's been really nice. I think I just need to be a lot more brave about it being okay if my videos are longer. Like that's kind of the point of YouTube. Yeah, a lot of people use Storygraph too. I kind of wanted to make a video at some point of like, here are all the reading apps that I've tried and my favorite one too. Okay. Yeah, Storygraph, I like Storygraph, but Fable, I just like the way that it looks a little bit better. I do have Storygraph on my phone though. Krypton, hi, it's good to see you. It's going well. We're doing book talk right now. We've got lots of book chit chats. I just showed all of my new books that I just got, which is a lot, and talking about my future up and coming YouTube videos. So yeah, I just posted a new video this morning too to my gaming channel. So if you guys want to go check out that and show some love, drop some comments, sub if you haven't, that would mean a lot. Tomorrow we'll drop my next travel video. So basically, I think I'm going to try to do gaming Monday, travel Tuesday, and then story Sundays or story Saturdays or something. What are you whoa and peachy that I roped you in chatting about these books? You're just as food motivated, sir. Same. You remember buying a book for my niece 2 years ago? Asked me if I could put an inscription in it. My niece loved that book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox. That book is amazing. So you feel like, yeah, Raymond, I love that. That's such a good book too. Goodreads is up. Yeah, well, and I also don't really like that it's owned by Amazon. So, yeah, you finally added my whole library to the app, and I love it. The Libib app, or which app did you do, Krypton? Speaking of that book, I have to buy a copy for myself. Which one? Legends and Lattes, you mean? You want to learn video editing? It might be something I look into now that I have time to do stuff. Yeah, and I think that's partially why I struggled with getting content out for a while, is because I didn't know how to video edit. And I have very rudimentary skills so far, but it's enough. And I use CapCut for some things, and then Premiere for other stuff, and that works well. Titans, hello. Yeah, we just tried it. I just had a very hiccup. I can retaste the protein. But it's pretty good. It was pretty good protein. Titans, how you doing? You just roping me into things. It's fine. It's fine. You enjoy it, all right? Hush. Cerberus. Okay. You can't chew on that one. I'm sorry. His toy is up on the banister, and I was getting scared he was going to try to jump up there. No, come here. Go play with this one. Has Troy would be a post? Yeah, that's my thing. So that's why I'm. Oh no, Cerberus. Fine. You can chew on it for a little bit, but if you start pulling out the fluff, I'm gonna take it away from you. You guys keep an eye on him. If you see fluff start flying, let me know. Yeah, Goodreads. I honestly. And I feel a little sad because I've only had my Kindle for like a year or two, and I love my Kindle. I really hate, though, that Amazon, they just switched their policy. So it used to be that you could, once you bought a book, you could download it so that you could read it on other devices and stuff too. They've actually removed that ability now. So you're only paying through the license through Amazon, and Amazon at any point. So due to, say, government censoring or things like that, Amazon could take any book that you've purchased and take it offline and be like, well, you were only paying for the rights to use this book and you can't use it anymore. And I really don't like that. Like, if you're going to buy something that is like you purchased it, I feel like that should be your book and you should be able to download it. So that annoys me. Yeah, Titans, that's what it was. It's very expensive, but it's pretty good. I like how good it is for your body. I want to see if it notices that I feel different, but yeah, Spacey, that pisses me off. So I'm thinking about switching over to a Kobo because of that. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Oh, Raymond, you haven't seen. You have to. So not only is it a good book, they actually made. I want to say it's on Disney. They animated it into like a short movie too. You should just watch the movie. It's amazing. It's worth watching every week, every day even. It has so many good life lessons and it's really sweet. Hi, Gazy. How's it going? Hey, yo. What's up? Welcome in. We're talking books at the moment. He's like, if I do it behind her, Mom. Now he's doing it in front. I can see him. He's nomming. Leaving chat in charge of Serb? Yeah, obviously. I can't watch him all the time. And yeah, I definitely don't like that in books or software. Yeah. Like, honestly, there are companies that are now doing the like buy the subscription for life thing, and I love that. Like Me6 does that, where they're like, you can pay for a monthly thing, or if you do this much outright, then you just have access to it for life, which is what I did because, I mean, if I'm gonna use it that much, like, it's such a money sink. And then especially if it's something that like it's not even a subscription, it's purely like Kindle Unlimited. I get that. Like, I would use Kindle Unlimited for that when I'm reading a lot of those books, because like even if I read one book a month, that justifies it. But if I'm purchasing books that aren't even technically mine, then I'm not really a fan. Barnes & Noble does have a book reader. I think it's called a Nook. Right? I just heard really good things about the Kobo. Someone tells me about it. I mean, I'm just not a fan of I mean, I like the ease and the ability of Amazon, but also what yeah, we don't have to get into that. I don't trust, nor should they dictate what I can buy or how long I can own it. But yeah, I think that is the short of it, right? Most protein powder, yeah, that's the thing, Titans. Most protein powder is expensive, and if I'm going to spend a little bit extra for something that's going to be better for my body and my brain and my gut, I'm going to go for it, you know? With Rito, you can make friends and even buddy reads, which is really awesome. Maybe I'll have to check out Rito too. I have so many. Fable's my favorite. I just love the way that it looks. I do have Storygraph. Well, actually, I think I just deleted it recently because I haven't been using it. I like how the camera, if I lean over here, it's really bright. And so I just like hide behind the one shadow of my computer. Like even down here, it's brighter too. At some point, I will have better lighting for this setup maybe, but for now, you guys get this. Tiz's janky stream stuff. Yeah, I love Fable. Fable's awesome. So yeah, I think Krypton, did you use Libib? I don't know if you're still here, Kryp, but yeah, which app did you use to categorize all your books? I don't know why I want the handheld scanner thing. It's one of these. Here, I'll show you. Ooh, also, what do you guys think about this skirt? Do we think it's cute? Do we think it's weird? It's got, I don't see these, like clothes like this that I don't normally wear are starting to be more, look at the pattern. It's got like moths and vines on it. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it? And I kind of like, because I got this, oh, she cute, a weird kind of cute. See, like I get a little bit of the like, it's a little bit long and like, but I got this. Now we're just gonna chat about random shit, I feel like. Show you guys my shopping trip weekend. So I just got this new top. I'll show you part of it. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't look good with my shirt underneath it, but it's like my mic's underneath it. It buttons up to here and then it flares out. So you can kind of see it. And I feel like it would just look really cute with some kind of like, I was originally looking for like a pencil skirt situation, like a soft, stretchy kind of thing. But then I found that and I was like, ooh, I feel like that would almost look really cute together. Not my style. See, but that's my thing too. It's definitely not my style. But I've been finding that things that are not my style, I tend to actually really enjoy more in some ways. I think sometimes we play it too safe and we wear things that are like, oh, well, this is what I wear because I think I should. And then it feels really freeing to be like, oh, here's all these other things that I want to. Oh, it's still, just so you guys know, on Barnes & Noble, the 50% off of hundreds of hardcovers and more deals in stores and online is still going on. This is going to be the new cover of that Daughter of No Worlds book that I was talking about. And the sprayed edge is that same image, but in black. Like that image. And it looks freaking gorgeous. I just reposted it on my threads. So if you guys want to look at it in depth, I'm really excited about this book. I've already read it, but I still want it. But one of these things. I want to get one of these scanners. I just feel like it would be more fun to track my books that way than it would be. Like I can do this. Like, let's see. So this is how the Libib app works. You open this app. and you make a collection. So I have a collection just called My Books. And it says no items are in this collection yet. You hit plus, and you can do this little like barcode. I can say it's a book, and then I just scan, and it goes searching. Oh, this says no item found in this one. Is it not gonna work very well? I haven't tried to do this. Can you find this one? Ah, this one found it. And it just immediately just says item added to collection, Cruel Dawn. And you hit done. And then it pops up in there. And so you can like scan all your books so you have a record of them all. But I think if you do that with the hand scanner, it can automatically add to, and that sounds really fun. It has a scanner, which is my favorite things too. This one I'm working. I have worked in retail before. It's just fun. I feel like it's fun to have your own scanner to scan things, you know? That's true that I could return it if it doesn't look good either. And there are things that I'm always comfortable wearing, and then my wife gets me things that I wear that I would never get, and I'm like, oh, I guess I kind of like this. Honestly, something that I've found that I do is the things that I buy that I don't think I would like, right? Like, you know, if you buy a shirt, a skirt or something, and you're like, I guess I'll try it, but like, I don't think I'm gonna really like it. 9 times out of 10, those end up being my favorite pieces of clothing. And the ones that I think I'm gonna like a lot, I hardly ever wear. And I think that there's part of it that like our brains like, yeah, there's certain comfortable clothes I will always wear, but we like to try new things and we like to look cute and do things differently. And so, yeah. She's like, define your style. Choose fine taste. So generally it's okay. Yeah. Apparently I need, yeah, right? Like if your partner just gets you, I honestly, I'll do that. Like the day I grabbed him a shirt this weekend too, because I was like walking around, I was like, ooh, this would be a good color. And it's not a type of shirt that he has. And he tried it on and was like, actually, I kind of like this. I'm like, see? Does it give you an option to tag sprayed edges, signed? Let's see. Well, you can, what it does is it just scans the book itself. So like the book is in here. But you can, yeah, you can add notes to it. You can add tags. You can group things. You can change cover images. I can move it to a different collection too. So I could make my own collections within here. So like I could scan this book in all into like my books section, but then I could make like a sprayed edge collection. And I could make, so it'll have like all my books in one, but then I can make different categories. Or I can just tag them. So it says tags. Let's make one. Sprayed edge. Submit. It seems like tagging is the way to do it. Yeah, so now it has a tag that's sprayed edge. And you can favorite them and do different things. And Libib actually, so when you scan something too, you have the option for books, board games, movies, music, and video games. So it's a way that you can just like keep track of a lot of, like if you're somebody who collects a lot of those things, it's an easy way to keep track of it all. So that's Libib. Fable is what I track my reading goals and what I've already read. So this is on my phone. I have a giant widget for Fable too, and it has like my reading streak. The other thing about Fable is it has like a main feed where you can see other people's posts. So it's almost like a social media. It's like Instagram where you can scroll through and people do their like ratings. They have things that are like that people tag with like may contain spoilers, things like that. You have your clubs, your book clubs. You can explore different books, and they do books and movies and stuff on here, I think. They have your library, so I have all mine categorized as my want to reads, my currently readings, my finished books. You can keep a DNF category or create your custom lists as well. and then like your page itself. It's kind of cool. They have like an AI thing that like categorizes what you read. Has like your goal. These are like the books you've read in a month. And they do have Fable Plus now where like you get more, which I think they used to show you this without doing it. For $4 a month, they give you more things like weekly, monthly goals. It gives you like overall what pages, your overall ratings. I actually think they changed. Oh, no. They still actually have some. So down here they have what genre you mean the most of, your average rating, your most read author, and a couple of other stats, which is kind of neat. It says that I am an enchanted escapist. Your odds-defying reading list includes magical and perilous worlds. You've learned resilience in the face of danger and uncertainty, a powerful tool in our ever-changing world. And this changes depending on what things I've read. Spider Queen, you're halfway through the first book of Kingdom of Immortal Lovers, so depending on your reading speed. When you start, I can finish it a bit faster. Wait, is this the... So these ones, you're halfway through the first book. Okay, got it. My thing is if I get hooked on a book, I can read it in a day. It just depends on whether, like right now, I'm just trying to get through Guardians of the Galaxy so that we can chat about it. That's going to be this Thursday. We're going to have a chat with Casper's community. But I'm struggling to get through all of that. The problem is finding a partner in the first place and hopefully fair, Spacey, fair. Libib is where I track them. Libib is for like your personal collection. Fable is for like book, social media, and God, he's so cute. And like book club stuff. Yeah, it looks like Fable has some new updates, and some of them are a little bit of like pay locked stuff, which I don't necessarily like. I don't think they had that as much. Did I say Guardians? Hitchhikers. I do that every time. Can read in a day, but productive. See, that's my thing too. It's either he's kicking me in the butt. I either am very productive or I get a lot of reading done. There really is no in between. I almost think today might be a reading day. I have a couple, because I want to finish Hitchhikers. I do need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for this week's gaming video. Although I could just clip hurdling into like a let's play video and just cut off like the chatting parts at the beginning and the end, because that was a pretty short play, but I love that game, so I'd like to promote it more. So I could just do that for my video on Saturday, and that wouldn't take a lot of work. I could finish that tomorrow. And then my video for my travel is already set. And I've already finished I just have a couple edits for my Iceland video and a couple other things. So yeah, it's either reading or work. Two different productive zones, right? You wish you could read during stream, right? Part of me, I mean, we could do that on Mondays. Like once we do our chatting, I could just read right here. I could put a productivity timer on there. I could just have my Kindle and we could just put a little timer down at the bottom that says like basically a co-working stream, but a reading stream. And we could do that together. Yeah, what do we think? I think that could be a thing. And we just do like soft reading music like this. I kind of like that idea. I can't read to you because unfortunately, unless I'm reading like really, really old books, it's under copyright. But Jazzy, welcome in, my love. Guys, if you're not following Jazzy just came back to stream yesterday. It was so good to see your face. She was gone. She used to stream, was gone for what? It was 5 months, but is finally back. So it was so good to see your face. I was just sitting there like, yay, Jazzy's back. reading stream. Well, it would be like a co-working stream, but it would either be like we read together or co-work. Because I kind of like that idea of Mondays being a time that we just like spend together with the community. We do fitness streams. You see Cerberus do some training. We do breakfast together. We kind of just like chill. We read. We hang out. Like I can do Legos and stuff. The only thing is, so not Sunday, September, I'm going to be leaving on the 24th and I'm going to be gone for a month again, which is stressing me a little bit out finance wise and things. So I think we're going to do a subathon because September it's cheaper anyway, right? So any time to do a subathon would be September. And it would be to help raise money for TwitchCon and stuff. So I might do like a subathon situation where we stream every day. But I might just limit the times. Like I'll say like we would start every day at 9, but some days we only stream for like an hour and some days we do like an all day stream. And one of the thoughts that I was thinking is like, because we're trying to push for our plus points. So I was thinking maybe that it would be if like we had 2 people tier 3 or something, it would just automatically add an extra day onto the subathon rather than it just being time-based, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I think I was thinking uncapped until I leave, which would be the 24th. So like, and that could be our goal. And then say like, if we make it to the 24th, then maybe like I would do like, I don't know. There's a bunch of fun streams that I could do when I'm home, like back with my family. Like we could do a cooking stream with Muscle Mommy. I could see if we could get the Tiz Mom to do like a Q&A stream or something. I don't know if she would be okay with it, but I could try to convince my mom to do a stream. Yeah, I wish I could, nerd. Let me see if I missed any chat. A reading day sounds like a good day. We could. You've only read 5 books in my life in one. Wait, 5 in one day? Or you're 5 in one? I'm confused by that sentence. You're reading too many books. I started House of Crimson Hearts, but I also wanted to finish Hitchhikers. But then I have the confidence to be disliked book. I'm also starting Fledgling. Honestly, Peachy, I'm the same way. I think I have 5 right now. I have Hitchhikers. I have 3 books sitting next to me. I have Meditation for Mortals, Tea Without Treason, and Accomplice of the Villain. You can do that next Monday. It's a holiday. My work takes off. Yeah, we could do like a little. I kind of want to set up one of those like cute Pomodoro timer things where like you can see the timer on the bottom that counts down with like the little timer in the corner. So I'll work on the overlay and getting my bot hooked up. Because then that way too, each computer would be a little bit different. Like when we're on here, you redeem your exercise and then there's like other things that we do with that. Key books and change names. Yeah. You kids, Shakespeare. This is true. Random idea for subathon: wear a hat, a wig, or cosplay piece for 10 to 15. That could be like a wheel spin reward sort of idea. Jesse, like I said, so spontaneous. And you almost threw up. Isn't it so funny how like even though you can stream for a really long time, you can get so nervous? Everyone was so happy to see you though. No, Brock, we're still doing Mindset Monday too. Like that's what like this time is supposed to be. I just don't know if you guys have a topic for me. But we would do like our fitness and our chats and Mindset Monday, and then when we were done chatting, then we would do like a productivity thing for the rest of it. Yeah, Tiz Mom, your mama stream. My Muscle Mommy would be down. Muscle Mommy is my little sister, and she has my nephew. That's why chat calls her Muscle Mommy. But I don't know if if my mom would be interested, but maybe. No, it's not a stream name, Spacey. That's so context for anybody new in the community. My little sister, I used to stream back when I stayed with my mom's house, and my little sister would walk in a lot, and she liked to just walk in and flex and do things, and she does work out a lot. Right now she's very, very pregnant, but she still looks as Muscle Mommy, and so that was her nickname that chat called her was Muscle Mommy, because she has a son as well. So my nephew used to come. There's a clip. I don't know if you've seen it. There's like the little Batman eating the Bean Boozled. That's my sister and my nephew. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. No, it's not even a stream alias. Like stream alias, but like her, I think on here she's like Hope something. She pops in every once in a while. But it's pretty funny because it's like that's just what stream calls her. Meditation for Mortals on my list. I can never meditate with my brain, but my friend recommended it. It's interesting. It is sometimes you read the self-help books that are very like very common sensey. Kind of makes me like, okay, well duh. But some of it's good. Like I've been tagging some stuff. Like I think at some point, like some Mindset Mondays, I could also just do some summaries of like different books that I've read. So that would be kind of fun. Is it Labor Day next? I think it's Labor Day next Monday. Yeah, she is very strong. Muscle Mommy is now Prego Mommy. Exactly. Very Prego. And that's why I'm going home for so long too. So I'm thinking we would do Uncapped Subathon from beginning of September till the 24th. 24th I fly back home. Her due date, I want to say, is September 29th. She thinks it's going to come early though, so we'll see. And then I'll be there until TwitchCon to like hang out with her and the new baby and stuff. TwitchCon is October 16th, I think is when my flight is. So then I'll be in San Diego. And then I have a friend that has an apartment in the Cayman Islands and stuff, and I was thinking about going there, but I also it's kind of a long time to be away from Cerberus and my plants and the rest of it. And Nande and I are still chatting about whether it makes sense for me to move out or stay here. We're still like working on things and having this last week has been really good. We've been having some really good conversations that have felt a lot more productive than some of the previous fight conversations that we've had. So I might be staying for a little bit longer. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's the big thing, Nerd, that it's like as long as we're communicating, and I think we kind of hit the point where we weren't communicating well, and that was why we were like, all right, you know what? Like if we can't even have a conversation and neither one of us are happy with the situation, then we just need to move. But we'll see. Yeah. And James just here to quiet the noises today. I hope you're well, friend. Oh, James, I hope you're doing okay. Oh. I was like, what is that? We have energy saver on. I might have to. Normally the computer stays alive for the full 4 hours. We're at 29%. We'll see. The computer starts to die a little bit. Always here if you need to chat though. Choose one person, modded those other trolls from basically. She's a Scorpio. Oh, but the baby that she's having. Yeah, my sister's a Scorpio though. She's a very nice lady. Yeah, she is very far along. She's very prego. I don't know. She hasn't posted any Instagram stories that I've showed you guys, that I can show you guys lately, but yeah, I feel that healthy communication can make anything work. Yeah, I think that's my thing. No, I'm not sleeveless. I got sleeves. I just worked out though. We just finished that. Conversation can always look different is the thing. And trying to find healthy conversation that works for both parties is very, very difficult. And I think our thing is like we care about each other, but sometimes we can both be very hypocritical and our interests can very much clash. And so learning a way that communicates in a way that's healthy for all parties can be very tricky sometimes. Scorpio, she's a very nice lady. I'm a Scorpio too. I am not surprised. Explains everything. Spacey, you're also Scorpio? Oh my God, I'm surrounding myself. The funny thing is Tauruses and Scorpios are actually supposed to get along really well. Which is true. But no offense, y'all are crazy. Maybe I should call in sick tomorrow. Did way too much at work alone. Hey, if you need to, do it. But also if you have vacation day soon. Not gonna lie, the Gottman method helped me so much. My wife communicate better. We better had so much, and we almost didn't make it. Peachy, I love all of like the what do they call the lab? Is it just the Gottman lab or the something lab? I feel like there's a name for but anyway, the all of his work and like his videos of him with his wife and stuff, super, super helpful. You've been with one of my partners for close to 8 years, and we are always adapting and evolving, constant learning. You are a Gemini. Everyone loves me. You're a Taurus. Yes, I am. I'm a Taurus. Nandes is an Aries. So it's basically a bull and a ram constantly butting heads. And we are very much neurospicy and have very, very particular sensitivities. And we're both not very good at respecting those sometimes because we like things our way. So I am very critiquey and pushy about things, and he is very like OCD, has to like correct everything. And so like if I'm already doing that in my brain, it makes me so mad. Like I'll set something on the counter and he'll be like, well, are you going to put that away or something? And it's like, yes, give me a second. And then I get really fed up. So it's a lot of that. Renee, good thing you skipped mine. I'm a Scorpio too. Literally half my chat is Scorpios, apparently. If I wasn't driving, I would have stuff to say. Yeah, you're a Scorpio. Of course you would. You have 2 weeks off, planned late September, but I have to reschedule those because of some repairs that are scheduled. Gotcha. Well, at least you still have 2 weeks off. That'll be exciting. Peachy, you dated a Scorpio. That was a fun time. And a Gemini. Also fun. I married an Aries. Though, so fun. I can't tell if this is all sarcasm, Peachy. I can feel like a lot of it is. But yep. I have tended to date Virgos and Libras. Before Nande, my last 2 relationships were both Libras, which annoy the hell out of me because they're very much like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, have an opinion. Koga is dropping out alert to say hi before I turn in for a nap. Okay, sounds good, Koga. Sleep well. It's kind of sad that the company I work for. Yeah, no, I know. We've talked about that a little bit, Raymond. I know that sounds really hard. My nesting partner's the same way. I do have ADHD and will forget. But thanks for the reminder. Yeah, no, I feel that. You're getting pizza, Bora? That sounds so yummy. I don't remember what most of the people I've dated are. You've hated? I'm assuming you meant dated. Damn, Bull's always hard-headed. Obviously. And I'm also right. In case you forgot. Bora, you're a Pisces, engaged to a Taurus. We both pretty intense. Apparently Pisces and Tauruses, though, are supposed to get along really, really well. You're Sagittarius, but if I was born 2 days later, I wouldn't be. Hi, Burns. Welcome. I love it. A lot of it is sarcasm. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very fluid. That makes sense. Well, but sometimes it's kind of like that opposite attracts sort of situation. I feel like Mindset Monday has turned into star signs again, because we talked about this last week too, and communicating with partners or communication in general. You already said you had being late. Don't forget to put it this way in a second, and then a second. Yeah, when you're gonna do it. Yeah, exactly. If somebody like tells you to do something in a certain way when you're already planning on doing it, drives me nuts. Yeah, I am always right. No, I am Brock, actually. Sorry to break it to you. You tend not to pay attention to signs and whatnot. Then I dated a Scorpio recently. I don't necessarily believe, but it did put up a good case. That's my thing. Star signs are one of those like take it with a grain of salt sort of things. But I do find a lot of similarities and characteristics and things due to star signs and whatnot. So maybe there's some validity to it. Somebody called you typical Aquarius because my creativity and way of looking at life. Yeah. I mean, sometimes some people really do believe in it. Hi, Mantles. Good to see you. All right, Boris. Sounds good. Yeah, communication is also hard. It's also a two-way street. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? Is that you only have control of yourself. And at the end of the day, it's like one of the things that I have been working on in the way that I show up in the world is, and it sounds bad at first, so stick with me, but sticking with the mentality that everything is on me. So like if a conversation doesn't go well, not that it's my fault, but that I have control of the situation, right? So like if a conversation starts to spiral out of the control, a lot of times it's because I've started to get tone, or I've started to get heated, or maybe I said a sarcastic comment, or I made an inappropriate joke, or like, right, like I had control in the situation to do something, and you can't control the other person. So sure, they're not always going to say what you want them to say, but you still can control what you do. And so in that, say a conversation isn't going well, maybe that means you need to be like, set your boundaries as far as like, you know what, I'm going to take space and I'll come back to this when we're both in a better place. It can look like taking a little bit more responsibility. I think for me, I have tended to default to not necessarily being defensive, kind of defensive, but not necessarily that, and more this like, my traumas growing up are very much this feeling of being too much or feeling of being not enough. And so if somebody thinks that I've done something wrong, I almost feel like I need to justify it or explain it so that I didn't really do something wrong. So if someone's mad at me for something, it's like, well, that wasn't my intention, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that, right? But the problem is when we do that, we're invalidating the way that another person is feeling, because regardless of what you meant to do, it still landed on another person in that way. And so the way that I'm trying to show up is like, I always have control over that. And that also the other person is always right in their perspective, regardless of if they're wrong, if that makes sense. So like, bear with me. If someone even like, Nanda and I, we got in this fight a lot where something would happen and I would say something like, this is what happened in my mind. And then he's like, well, no, you said this. We can get into really nitpicky details of like, no, I said this. And he's like, no, you said this. Regardless, he saw it one way, I saw it another way. There's going to be different perspectives. And we get to this point where it's like, we're never going to align on that. So if that is the perspective that he sees on it, it doesn't mean just like rolling over and playing dead and being like, okay, fine, you're right. But it can be like oh, I see that this is how this felt for you. And I can see how that would be really hurtful. And for me, because it's, as a Taurus, it's always important for me to be really right. I have in the past been really big on trying to prove my point still, or trying not to be wrong. And so, yeah, that has been like the biggest thing that I've been working on shifting with that. Sorry, I'm just going to read chat real quick and just see. Brock, when you shaking, I doing Moria. I'm still waiting. We have to do it soon. Well, we have to play on my server for a bit too, because that's where we're working on, but we want to pop in and see your world too, because that'd be cool. Burns, that's freaking awesome. Let's go. Vinny, you're Libra, so I'm like, yeah. Yeah, honestly, you kind of are. Star signs are a reflection of whatever you already believe about them. I do agree with that. Go on, Tiz, you met me. Had a long conversation. What am I? I'm not sure. I almost feel like you're either something that I don't have very many friends, like a Leo or something random, or you'd be like a Scorpio or somebody who likes chaos. And don't say an ass. I mean, obviously that. I figured that. A bunch of these didn't post on my phone, so I'll just read here. Man, getting into those uncomfortable spaces to validate someone else is so hard, but so, yeah. I mean, that honestly, for Mindset Monday, communicating with people, I think my number one tip about understanding people is that trying to see things from their perspective, whether or not you believe that it's right or wrong. It's trying to be like, oh, okay, this is the way that you're feeling, regardless of what my intention was. And the thing is, people are not going to be able to hear you. And like my big thing that I was struggling with for a long time is I was like, well, I don't feel like I'm getting my needs met. But then I realized that I wasn't meeting needs outside of our conversations, to the point that it kind of like, it turns into this bitter, like, well, you don't meet my needs, so I'm not going to meet your needs. Or like, you don't listen to me in this place, so I don't want to listen to you here. And that if you can be more open to listening and being patient in all circumstances, then you can actually be better at even asking for what you need in a space that feels better. So like I've noticed that like if we start to get in a fight and Nanda can't hear me, if I just back off and be like, okay, we'll have this conversation later. And then I bring it up and go, hey, I was feeling really frustrated by this because this was what I was intending and it didn't feel like it came across in that way. He's able to hear me rather than if he's heated and I try to get my point across, it never works out well. Yeah, Peachy might agree to disagree. I feel like that can be a very sassy line sometimes, but I like that one. Yeah, it's up to you whether you own where you're coming from, but also up to the other person to do the same. Both parties' experiences are valid from their perspective, and both are going to be right, even if they're not compatible point of views. Exactly. And that's what's really hard is like we like to be, like we always feel like we're the right one, right? Like it's like, this is my perspective, but everyone's experience of the world is going to be different because you're always viewing, it's like rose-colored glasses saying, everyone has their own set of glasses, like different filters in which they see the world. So like, hopefully Nanda doesn't mind. I don't even know if he can hear me. Hopefully he doesn't mind me just analyzing our conversations and stuff on stream. But one of the things is, he sees a lot of what I say as criticism and stuff, which is not my intention, but I can understand why he would see it that way. And so then, and in the past, I've gotten really mad because I've been like, well, I'm not doing that. Like, get over it kind of thing. But if I can take a second to be like, okay, yeah, I can see how that would be really criticizing or like how that would feel that way. I can work on the way, like maybe I can even say similar things, but I can say it in a different way that doesn't impact him like that. Which obviously, like if you want to get along with somebody, wouldn't you try to change the way that you show up in the world so that you do get along better? You're halfway down. Wait, what are you building, Brock? And Julie, lurk while I sort through more of my things. Julie, good luck with moving. You're doing wonderful. Stick with it. I know how stressful moving can be sometimes. Honestly, it seems like you're not even stressed at all and you're just rolling with the punches, but I'm sending you lots of love and positivity and I'm so excited for you. You're a water baby. I have no idea what they are meant to be like, to be frank. Wait, but what is a water baby? Is that like are you like a Pisces or an Aquarius or I don't know all the water signs. You saw this thing that Jay Shetty was, oh my God, I love Jay Shetty. That the soulmate that lasts the longest is the one who's, yes, I saw that actually. I sent that to, I think my mom the other day because we were talking about relationships. Yeah, she was talking about the different relationships that some are like, I think his examples were like you meet a love who's like a firework. It's like really bright, but doesn't last very long. There's the love that are like a candle, like it's slow burning and it lasts for a while, but eventually it just kind of, it ends up running its course. And that like the love that you end up with or that you maybe should end up with is the one that's your mirror because it teaches you the most about yourself. Yeah, because in your life you have multiple soulmates, but it's the mirror that teaches you the most and the hardest one to learn from. Peachy, we have the same brain. I love it. Everyone always talks about this whole being wrong thing. I might have to give it a try sometime. I am never wrong, but in that, I think there is something to be said of not even like still being justified in your own opinions and your own way of seeing things, but also being able to see where someone else is coming from. Or to also be able to understand, like, this is my perspective and this is how I'm feeling. And two stories can be true at the same time. And it's about teamwork and communication with anybody, whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, coworker, anyone that you're dealing with. If you can see the world through that lens, I think it makes that a lot better. Aquarius. Wait, didn't I say an Aquarius? I said a Leo or a Pisces. Okay. Yeah. An Aquarius. A golden city. Oh, for Moria. Gotcha. Hey, Phoenix. Hi. How you doing? Are you going to do some bicycle crunches for us? How's your Monday been? Spider Queen, you're a water sign too. You're Cancer. Yeah, same as my mama. Water signs are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Wait, so Aquarius isn't the... Did you say you're a water baby, but you're not? Or is Aquarius also one? One is a firework, a candle, and a mirror. Yep, yep. You think Aquarius is actually an air sign? Even though it's a water carrier? Wait, that makes no sense. I thought Aquarius was water every day. It's a school day, I guess. Yeah, water carrier of air. You know, it's fine. Water signs are said to be very in touch with their emotions. Taurus is an earth sign, right? I'm supposed to be grounded or some shit. They're supposed to be emotionally very deep. I remember they always said Scorpios are still... Wait, are you saying... Oh, Scorpios? That doesn't make sense to me. Still waters run deep. And if you guys happy Monday, you love curls, but tricep extensions will always have my heart. Any arm exercises is a no-go for me. I'm like, nah, give me abs and leg exercises any day of the week. Looked it up. It says Aquarius is a water carrier, but they're an air sign. I don't know why. It wasn't my choice. Earth signs are grounded, yeah. And Taurus is earth, grounded and stubborn. What? Me? No. Crazy. All right, guys, should I order that scanner? Should I just do it on my phone? Or should I feel like it would just make a better YouTube video to have that as a scanner. Fire sign, spicy, me. Do you need it? No, I can just use my phone. I definitely can just use my phone. But like, I feel like it would make a better YouTube video to be like, I bought a new scanner on Amazon. Let's see if it works. You know? It's like a product review mixed in. Not that they even want to pay. Yeah, it's the beep sound. She wants to boop boop. It'll make a little beepy sound when I scan. I think my ADHD just really wants that. There's no successful beep sound with my phone. I think I need to find one that's Bluetooth compatible. A lot of these are not Bluetooth. It's $34 though. Let's see, what about this one? They have a... This one's $35. Bluetooth scanner. Oh my God, some of them are really expensive. You can find ones that are $70. Just so everyone who didn't follow my ADHD squirrel moment, we were talking about earlier. I have a new YouTube channel that's like a booktube channel, and I'm talking about different books and stuff on there. But one of the things that I just realized this last weekend when I went to the bookstore and wanted to get a book that I couldn't remember if I had is that I want to catalog/categorize my book collection. So I want to put them all in like an app database on my phone. And one of the ways that you can do it is you can get like a barcode scanner. I want the boop sound. Just beep for your phone. Just beep, beep, beep. You know, the phone had a good boop, then you wouldn't need it. Yeah, but also there's something about like pressing the button. I feel like this is an ADHD thing though, right? Because like, it's like the same thing of like, I'll use a planner if I have fun colored pens or like it's a new planner. And then you can write it off as a business. This is true. It can be a business expense if I'm making content out of it. Just get the scanner, Tiz. Stop trying to reason with yourself and not... The only reason I'm trying to reason with myself is that I just spent so much money this weekend. And we're still trying to like save up for TwitchCon and everything. But I have the money. I'm not saving money, but I have money. That's my thing. I'm always like, well, I don't have any money in my saving account, but I have cash. I'm so excited. My Gibbon board is going to be here today. I'll be able to show you guys on Monday or Wednesday, whatever day that is. It does sound like an ADHD thing. Why didn't you wait 2 weeks and see if you still want it? Well, because I talked about this like several months ago and I do still want it. But it also, okay, here's Here's how I fight with me about stuff that I want. I really want to see if he'll fit in this hammock with me, but I think he will hate it. Cerberus, do you want to maybe be really upset with me? Come here. Oh, he's going to hate this. Oh, I can tell already. Oh, God, he's too heavy. I can't deadlift 70 pounds from a sitting position that squirms. Okay, come here. This might knock my camera or my mic off. If it does, I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Cerberus. Chill. This is not good squat form. It's okay, baby. Chill. Yeah. No, you're gonna like it. I promise. I promise you'll like it. Just hang out. Just chill. It's okay. Look, we're gonna swing. We're gonna swing. You'll like it. Shh. Shh. Walk-a-bye, baby. Ah, no. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's okay. I'll dump you out if you need to, but don't nibble me. Look. Sorry, he's laying on the mic. It's okay. It's okay, sweetie pie. See, you like it, right? It's not so bad. Yeah. We like this. My PC is running on low battery now. Look, we did it, though. This is the first time I've successfully gotten him in the hammock. I don't think he loves it. Oh, bless you. But he's doing okay. Okay, I'll let you out. There you go. Good boy. Says your battery is running low. You might want to plug in your PC. Where are we at? How long have we been streaming for? Only 3 hours? Okay, I'll go grab my... One sec, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my charger. We're running. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, the boop sound. 5 hours of Gemini, but you got the Cancer sign 6 hours. Oh, nice. That was Crazy Eyes. I saw Crazy Eyes for a scanner. Scanner. Stay mostly. Wait, what did you say, Vinny? What was useful? Then you can write it off. Yeah, oh, the business expenses is true. Just squirrel. $30 might be worth it, but I don't know about Zoe. Yeah, I could get a cheap one, see if it works, and if it doesn't, worst case, we send it back. Yeah, I was a little bit worried his nail would... Now, if you had treats, this would have been better. Cerberus, come here. Come here. I don't think he trusts me now. He did do a lot better than I thought he would. Hi, Danish. Come here. You did so good. Do you want to come here? Can we see if we can have you just walk up now? Now that you've been in here. Come here. See this? Look. Yeah. You just get used to swinging a little bit. He's like, no, thank you, Mom. It's okay. He did better than I expected. And for the future, I think that's why I like picked him up when he was laying on his back. Because I feel like that's when we don't have to worry about his nails poking holes in this. Cerberus is mauled by dog and hammock. Nah, he loves it. He loves it. He honestly did way better than I expected. I was gonna say low-key successful. He now immediately just like walked into his crate. He's being super weird now though. What are you doing, dude? Do you want your blanket or something? What? He's... I don't know if you'll be able to see what he's doing. I also need to fold those blankets, I'm realizing. He's just digging his blanket around his crate. I don't know if you can see him in there. What do you want? Come here. He's just hiding. He's just chilling in there. You guys make a difficult decision. Get Gears of War or Space Adventure Cobra on PS5, but interested in both. Just flip a coin. Just make a random decision for now. He needs comfort. You just put him in the hammock. He's processing. He's like, I can't do this. And we're gonna go do something else for now. Boom, 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 boom. Haha. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Just got a bank notification. Got to transfer over some monies. Okay. Cool. Glitchy! How's it going? I hope you guys are doing well today. It's been good. We did a workout. Oh my god, this precious... Oh, I'm just going to take a picture and I'll post it in my Discord. He's being such a cute little baby now. See, I think I'm going to have to turn my flash. Hi, so boys. So boys. Oh, wait, did I move too fast? Yeah, I moved too fast. So boys. Sarah, look over here. Okay. You guys saw him digging around a little bit, right? He curled up, he like dug his blanket over the side and he curled up with the blanket. He's so cute. This dog brings me so much daily joy. It's not even funny. I just posted the picture in the Pet Pics channel Discord. He's so cute. I'm gonna have to clip him in the hammock too because that was adorable. But Glitchy Dan, how's your Monday? Isn't he so freaking adorable? All right. Any other Mindset Monday chats? Any conversation? We were talking a lot about communication. How to communicate with people. Do you have another... A coin would be hard. I don't have coins in my wallet. Get a card. Just decide which side is what. Flip it up in the air and whichever side it lands on. I feel like I need to get... Like I could make this into a better stream room if I don't know. I want to get like a room divider or something. Yeah, Jimbo D, well, we were talking about communication and different ways to communicate and being able to admit when you are wrong, or not necessarily when you're wrong, but that the other person, you can still try to empathize and see their point. Oh, okay. I was wondering. So you were Glitch the Biscuit. Do you still like to go by Glitch, or do you like Glitchy? Can I call you Glitchy? I kind of like it. Or Dan, if you prefer to be called Dan. That's always another option. You do a digital coin since I rarely have... Yeah, you could do a digital coin flip. You could do a dice roll. You could do... Yeah. Any of those things? Hi, Zach. How you doing, love? It's good to see you. What is up? Yeah, you can call me anything. All right, we'll go glitchy because I like it. How's you been doing? Have you been able to get back to the gym yet? You just did an online wheel spin? Oh, perfect, perfect. You've been struggling with being defensive before admitting that I'm wrong? Yes. That was what we talked about a lot. And about how I think honestly the number one skill in learning to communicate with anyone, but specifically like people that you're close to, is being able to hear and validate what they're saying before saying anything to do with your opinions. And that includes I didn't mean to, or like some sort of justification, some sort of like defensiveness, some sort of explanation. It is purely being able to hear what somebody's saying all the way through and being like, that sounds really hard. And asking questions first, like, is there something that I can do to make you feel better about that? Or, like, that's really tough. Where, like, I think I was gonna say I want to keep being like, where are you hearing that, or how does that sound? But I think a lot of times it's just acknowledging, like, yes, this is how someone feels, and then sometimes not even in the same conversation. I've found that it's been working better for me to fully be able to hear and listen and sit through that, and then at a later time being like, you know what, this is how I was feeling. And sometimes what I've been really frustrated with in the past is I feel like I will bring something up and then it kind of feels like it gets turned around and then I'm like, okay, I didn't get heard and now I'm having to hear you, and that feels very frustrating. But like this whole tit for tat mentality never helps anyone. It's like that whole an eye for an eye world leaves the whole world blind sort of situation. So what I find works better is even if it gets turned around, being able to be like, apparently there's some resentment or there's some feelings built up here, so I can listen to this and then I can come back and try again later. You have to learn that someone can still be valid in their point even if you aren't wrong. Yeah, exactly. There's that there can just be two opinions too. This doesn't necessarily mean one is right or wrong. Being defensive is a natural human response too, so being aware of that is kind of the first step in not letting it rule your response. Exactly. It's just like noticing if that's like your first instinct is to like get defensive or to try to justify or to explain your behavior. If your reaction is any of those things, maybe the first thing is I think another thing too is people what did you say? I didn't understand. I don't get why you're being like this. No, I think one of the other things too is I heard a quote somewhere. It says that a lot of people listen to respond rather than listening to understand. So if you are sitting there listening to somebody talk and you're immediately trying to think of like what your response to what they're saying is, then you're not truly hearing them. And that if you can sit there and that like even after they're done talking, think about it for a second. Like that's what I've really been trying to do, is that like even if like my initial gut reaction or my feeling is like, ugh, like that's bullshit. That's usually my response. It's just like, fuck you. Like that's not, no. um Even if I have those feelings come up, being able to sit with it and breathe and be like, even if that's not true from my perspective, can I see how that would be true for somebody else? Gym is close to refurb. The being in flare also stopped me. You know, I know the flare up was part of it, but you managed to go less on a walk though. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's an awesome sign. And a little bit is better than nothing too. 3 spins, result, Spates Adventure, Cobra. Nice. And yeah, I feel that. Not feeling heard is a big thing for me. Yeah, but I think the biggest thing is I was realizing that I was not feeling heard in conversations and fights. And so then I was getting really frustrated and I was like, you know what? I'm going to need to set my boundaries because I never get my needs met. But what I realized was like, I'm not feeling heard, but then I don't think that I listen very well in other circumstances. So that when it becomes time for me to feel heard, that I'm like, all right, this feels a little bit hypocritical because if I've been asked for things in the past and I've just kind of brushed it off or didn't really give it the attention that it needed, why am I expecting the same treatment in return? So if you only have control of yourself, it starts with you. You're very poor at communicating and still working on it. It is, I think communicating correctly is one of the most difficult things that you can do as a human being, because it's so easy to be reactive. It's so easy for emotions to take over. And so it can be really, really, really tricky. Yeah, and it can be hard. Yeah, and you can tell when people haven't done the work either. And yes, basically, like you said, it feels really unfair if you're like, okay, even if you're hearing them and you're doing all the work and you're doing everything right, and it still doesn't happen, that's where that it can be really frustrating. And I think that that's where sometimes people will change with you, and sometimes it takes time and it takes effort and it takes learning these different kinds of communication, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes like it's really hard, like with family member. I actually, like with my mom and I had to put a lot of strong boundaries and walk away from a lot of conversations because my mom, and this is where I've learned a lot about myself too, and being very critical, is that my mom can be very critical, and I think that's where I get that from. And so in the times that she's done that, like I'll get upset and I'll get in these arguments with her, and but it doesn't change what she says. And then the more I fight with her, the more she feels justified in her opinion, and the more that I can be true to myself and be like, hey. And so for a while there, I had to just remove myself from the situation, and now she's started to come along to communicating a lot better too. So where she can say something and I can say, Mom, that really hurts my feelings, or I really don't like that. And she'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I'm like, I know, this is just how it's landing for me. And we've started to communicate a lot better in that area. Hi, Bad Wolf, welcome in. And that's a big thing in our relationship, listening and then pause. Another thing I had to learn was not to fix right away. Yeah. I think there's a difference. Like some people tend to lean more heavily into fixing. And I think sometimes, actually a lot of times, people want someone just to sit with or to complain about life with, or to like have someone share in that misery sometimes. And it doesn't mean that you have to fix the problem. It just more means, I think more often than not, people are looking for connection and closeness more than they are looking for like the answer or for somebody to fix it. At least that's what I've found. Yeah, it does take a lot of practice. Peter, you're gonna chip away at my soul by jumping into rivals? Okay, sounds good. By the way, I did my first exercise session of physical therapy. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. And I recently discovered the concept of flooding. Yeah. So like if you get really triggered or if you get flooded, have you been listening to Gottman's stuff too? And then a lot of times you just need space and time because your brain is not able to have that conversation in that moment. Learning how to say, I feel flooded right now. Can we take a break and talk about this later? Yes. Yep. That's our biggest issue. I think if you guys have heard about the attachment styles, so you have like anxious attachment, avoidant, you have like a little bit of both. And there's one other one, I think that's a little bit different, but a lot of people tend to be avoidant or anxious. And I think a lot of times avoidants tend to get really flooded and their natural inclination is just to want to like get away. And so that was like not a nice dynamic, is that we get along well when things are going well, but then if we start to argue, he's avoidant and he's like, just leave me the fuck alone. And I'm like, I need to talk about this now. I talk about it as in the way I feel is like if somebody were to drop Mentos in a Coke can and start to like shake it up, and I get so like agitated because I'm like, I need to get all these thoughts out and I feel like I'm gonna explode, right? And part of what I've been learning is that yes, it's important to still have the conversations to be heard, but also I can learn how to self-regulate my own emotions, and that if I'm having all these big feelings, that I can definitely work on being like, okay, I need to learn how to self-soothe it in my own way, whether that's like going to call a friend or journaling or taking some deep breaths or doing something that distracts me for a little bit or whatever it is, that's something that I can work on, and I don't need to depend on somebody else to like solve my initial reaction for me. My partner and I have both had some level of rejection sensitivity to dysphoria. Basically, we have a big reaction to small criticisms. Yeah. I actually haven't heard that term, but I think same. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We're having a Mindset Monday chat about types of communication and different things at the moment. You haven't heard of flooding? Flooding is like kind of like being triggered. Like your brain is so flooded that you can't make a rational thought. You're like so triggered by emotion, essentially. You grew up trying to make people feel better right away, so changing that part of me was really hard and applying it. Yeah, exactly. That one's really tough. Donuts, a lot of people tend to double down as soon as there's resistance. Yes, that. And also, I think, especially for me being really neurospicy, if he gets, or if anyone with me gets a type of like tone, like if someone starts to sound a little bit nasty or like say things or like raise their volume a little bit, I tend to mirror that. So like, and I'm a very chameleon personality. So like they'll get tone and then I'll get a little tone. And then so like the way that shows up with Nanda and I is like we will escalate really quickly because like one of us will say something in a tone that the other person doesn't like, and then they'll respond in the same tone, and then that gets reflected, and then it like amplifies, right? And so one of the other things that I'm working on too is like being able to take a really deep breath, and both of us have been working on just being like, we'll even just do that with each other. Like, because if we're both starting to get heated, it's like a, not like a mean thing, it's just like a, can you just try to turn the energy down a little bit, take a breath. I think we've made a lot of progress though. Just exactly, just knowing the issue and getting like understanding where you struggle is really important, and that's what you can do to kind of help each other. And Peachy, that's what me and my wife do. I'm avoidant and she's attached. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the attached. In a way, except for it's more internally emotional. Somehow I'm so overwhelmed by feelings that I can't have it. Exactly. And the secure avoidant. Oh, secure attachment. Yeah, that's what it is. Fearful avoidant, I think, is the terminology. Combo bank shit. Yeah, there's a book actually. Whoop. I haven't actually read it yet. So when I read it, I will let you guys all know about it. There's this book called Attached: The Newest Science of Adult Attachment and How It Can Help You Find and Keep Love. But I think it like just knowing this is actually things that I love about these books is that like it gives you a lot of information on how to handle yourself in a lot of ways. Like it gives you a lot of information of like why you show up the way that you do or why you feel certain things or where that reaction kind of happens. And two, these attachment styles is something that I recently learned about. Definitely an important trait to learn more about yourself. Yeah, exactly. Great minds think alike. It helps you think about, learns more about yourself, but and then on the flip side, it helps you understand why someone else might be showing up in a certain way and then what you can do about it. Oh no, Bora. We're talking just about communication, basically. Rome can't stay long on the road. Saw you, my favorite category. Mwah! It's good to see you, Rome. I hope you're doing wonderful. Are you going to TwitchCon again this year? And Zach, the leaves on a stream exercise always helps me when I dwell on some particular issue. You mean like just visualizing that issue is just a leaf on a stream or clouds in the sky? Yeah, I think the ADHD and neurospiciness definitely makes that a lot trickier. Brock, I usually sit there and take it because it's typically my fault. See, and I think that is actually, that's another layer to it, is that sometimes like I think if we think that things are our fault too, sometimes, I mean, you're one of those things where you can just be like, yep, yeah, I fucked up. Sorry, that's on me, my bad, right? Like if you do that, that's great. I do also think that sometimes when we feel like it's our fault, I think like Donut said, sometimes people can double down on it and try to justify that like we didn't mean to do it in a certain way. And I think my thing that I've been working on too is trying to understand that people aren't, at least usually, this is not always the case, but usually, especially in like relationships, people aren't trying to be malicious. They're just trying, it's like, if you imagine like everybody has like their inner child or like that little kid version inside of you that was, you know, however they were raised or they felt hurt or misunderstood or whatever it is, right? That your adult self is essentially just trying to protect that little kid. And so like if you can understand like, oh, okay, I'm feeling hurt because of this, or I'm having this reaction because of that, then that can also help that perspective too. And yeah, like for me, 9 times out of 10, like because I was raised in a way that like if I had a problem, it was more like go to your room and chill until you figure it out. But being pretty neurospicy, I don't feel like I got a lot of explanation on like why something was the way it was. Like I really needed an explanation of like, oh, like I did this thing and it hurt their feelings because of this. And if I didn't understand that, instead of feeling like I got that information, it was more just like, okay, go spend time on on your own. And so I've kind of grown up in this way of feeling like I don't know what to do that's right. And so I like to talk through issues. But if somebody needs space or doesn't want to talk about it, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. And so trying to deal with that has been really tricky. What was the other piece that I was going to say about that too? No, it's gone. There's an important bit that was connected to that, but I forgot. So I'll just catch up on chat real quick. And information is so crucial and powerful when you want to grow as a person. Yeah. I mean, and that's why I read mostly like fantasy stuff, but then like this whole stack here, these are my like informational books that I've been reading. I've been reading a book I'm partway through a book called Play, like how important it is as an adult to make sure that you're still playing, because I feel like we don't play as much as we get older. Yeah. So this is a good one. I'm happy to like every Monday when we do Mindset Monday, I'm happy to recommend some of these books that I've got. One of my other favorite books, it's not really has to do with communication, but a little bit, is called Mindset by Carol Dweck. And it talks a lot about like proactive and reactive minds and like how to get your brain in the best state to learn and grow, like having that neuroplasticity. That's a great book as well. Rome, you'll be there? Oh, heck yeah. Well, hopefully I'll see you again. And I worked on a good amount of this with my therapist. I learned that I'm really avoidant, so I've been working on that for a while. Yeah. Oh, when you mentioned Gottman, I'd been going through the Gottman method last year before stuff happened. I guess that's why I knew about flooding. Yeah, that's what when you said flooding, Jimbo D, I was like, you had to have watched something about the Gottman stuff. I've recently been watching videos with him and his wife about communicating, and I really like that. And Tune, wait, you know Rome? Just got back from the gym, first time in the stream, and I like the combo. Oh, nice. Well, I should probably change my category to just chatting, huh? We we did our workout this morning. So I usually start stream at 9 a.m. MST, and we do a workout, and then we make breakfast, and then we do a mindset chat. So this is a real one for sure. You finished my lift. Tried what you mentioned about the pec deck. Nice. Ignorance before malice. Most people aren't aware of why they act in a particular way. Exactly. And I think here's a big thing. A lot of times, there is assumed intent in the same way that sometimes if you think somebody is judging you, how it's your own thoughts that you're putting on someone else. It's more you're being mean to yourself via someone else, if that makes sense. Because like if someone doesn't actually tell you what they're thinking and feeling, you're assuming what their judgment is. And so in that same way, if you're having a conversation, I think sometimes people will like assume that you are like criticizing or doing something, and they might have totally different intentions for bringing up whatever it is. And so rather than assuming intent, asking questions, that's something that I've been doing a lot of, is like, okay, if Nande's telling me something about the way that I'm doing the dishes, right? Like I used this example earlier. And if I'm assuming that he's like fed up with me because I'm not doing these dishes, if I go, are you frustrated with me? And he's like, no, I just noticed that. And my brain, I just had to say something. Then I'm like, oh, okay. So it really wasn't about me. It was just something you needed to get off your chest. Cool. Got it. And I think sometimes we do that a lot too, where we assume intent. That makes sense? And like you said, Spacey, ignorance before malice. Most of us fight back due to a defensive mechanism we build up to child. Exactly. Yeah. It's all just the way we were raised or childhood traumas. Brock, I don't actually think it's my fault. I just don't feel like arguing and making the other person cry. I usually have the effect, so I just shut up and just listen. Well, so Brock, it kind of sounds like you do a similar thing that Nande does, and in which I don't actually feel heard a lot of the times if he's like, okay, I'll just listen, I'll just roll over and play dead. Because then I'm like, this doesn't feel like we are working together to understand something. It's just you being like, okay, fine, I give up, you know? And so that's kind of another form of being avoidant that doesn't necessarily help develop connection and understanding, if that makes sense. Bora, you had a hard time stopping an argument. I don't understand that boyfriend can see things differently from me, so I try so hard to change his mind that I don't realize I'm getting frustrated and mean in my words. Exactly. Yeah, I think that happens a lot. And I think what's really tricky with that is being able to breathe and be like, okay, we're just coming at this from different perspective, and that you can't make somebody else change their mind. You can try to explain your point of view or to like express your emotions. I think another important piece with communication is working to always say I feel this, or this is my experience, and not saying, the second that you start being like, well, you're doing this, that's when like the assumed intent comes in. Like, you're telling me this, and you're telling me that I am being a bad person, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, they might not even be doing that, but you are assuming so. And so if you can keep your side of the street to just how you're thinking and feeling, then you don't, that line doesn't get as muddy too. You have to learn to control your temper, because it can be really bad if not controlled, but I stay cool now. If situations get too heated, I leave it before I can be talked about it. Yeah, exactly. And then if you calm down, 9 times out of 10, my thoughts and feelings. No, and that's not true at all, Brock. Your thoughts and feelings do matter, but what's important is learning how to express it and talk about it in a healthy way to where you can feel heard and the other person can hear you. Glitchy, God, I feel so seen with that. I forget what I said, but I'm glad. Dormy, thank you for the hydrate. Carol Dweck. I'll find it. At least I think it is. Yeah. It's like one of those classic like psychology books. Looks like this. It's Mindset by Carol Dweck. It says how we can learn to fulfill our potential. It says parenting, businesses, school, relationships. Through clever research studies and engaging writing, Dweck illuminates how our beliefs about our capabilities exert tremendous influence on how we learn and which paths we take in life. And I'm pretty sure, let me just make sure that's where I read it. Yes. So, because her work focuses on the fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. So it's proactive versus reactive concepts and how they're related to behavior and attitudes, not ability. So it says proactive people take initiative, plan for the future, control their actions, whereas reactive people wait for events to happen and then respond to them. And in the book, she talks about things that you can do. Like, for example, if you're somebody who wakes up and then gets on your phone immediately and you're scrolling through social media, you're automatically putting your brain into a reactive brain mode because you are seeing posts and you're having a feeling and a reaction towards it, versus like if you wake up and you create something, right? Or if you learn something, like if you start reading a book, or if you like even get up and have time to like meditate and think about things on your own first, your mind is you're wiring your brain towards getting things done and creating things yourself rather than just simply reacting to the world around you. Does that make sense? Mental health is health, so this fits. Exactly. I mean, it's all the same. That's true. You mean like without changing to chatting? And I love these combos. I miss this. Yeah, it's sometimes hard for me to come up with a specific topic, or like sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, but also I think these things are such important conversations that even if we talk about it, even if we had this exact same conversation every single Monday, I think different people would pop in and you would get something different from it, or we would say something a different way, or there'd be a different collaboration, and so we'd all still learn from it. Oh my God, the baby's still just sleeping in his crate, being adorable. You do a lot better over text because it gives me time to think about what I'm saying and want to convey without the pressure of being in person. Yeah, that can be a good one. The hard thing about text sometimes is you can't always convey like feeling and expression and things like that. So it can also be easy to misinterpret what someone's saying. Board's particularly hard because we have very different opinions and values on so many things. I love that we can be so different, but it makes me wonder what our future can look like, especially if with kids, because whose values are we teaching them? Yeah, I mean, that can be really tough. Like you have to be able, especially if you want to raise kids together, you have to be able to be get into an agreement about what you want to teach them, because I feel like going back and forth on teaching them different things can be really hard. Peach, I have a hard time listening, and so wifey had to preface her moment to tell me something so that I can give her undivided attention so she doesn't seem like I'm shrugging her off like I don't care. Yeah. I have to do the same thing too. Like with Nade, I have to be like, can I talk to you a minute? Like, can you put your phone down? Can like and like can I preface this with like, I am not trying to, this is by no means a criticism on you. I am not trying to like judge your behavior. This is like, I am feeling really frustrated. I'm feeling really hurt. This thought has been weighing on my head and I just need to have a conversation about it. And I've noticed if I do that, it's helped a lot more than if I just come in and I'm like, hey, the fact that you did this made me mad. Then he like is like, okay, well, you do this. And it's like, okay, this is productive, you know? Although I learned recently that I'm not good about being direct, so I'm trying to work on that too. Yeah. I have the opposite problem. I could work on being a little bit more tactful. Yeah, of course. Tune, I love blabbing about mindset. I have tons of book recommendations. We do this. Mondays are when we like really focus on like fitness and mindset. The other days I do a lot of gaming and stuff, but I always love talking about it. It's wonderful to meet you. I think staging the conversation is really important. I know I do a lot better if someone prefaces what they need to me prior to this. I love how we're all like I can say something and then I read the next chat and I'm like, oh my God, that's what I just said verbatim. Like we're all exactly in the same space, the same communication styles. It's so true for the last few months. When I wake, I instantly put on a meditation and sit with it. And the difference I've noticed is unreal. Yes. Yeah. The reacting to things versus creating your own reality, so different. Like I've made a different morning routine as far as like I get up and I plan and I read a book and then I like do my stuff and then I don't even check my phone until I'm like walking and doing exercise. My mood has been better. I've been happier. I've been more creative. Like it's so different. If I get on my phone, I'll just mindlessly scroll. Half the time I stay in bed for too long. I don't feel like I get anything done. My day feels wasted. Like it's huge. Chase, that's why the millennial in me always ends my sentences in LOL because I worried about how it'll be received. LOL. Same. Haha. Oh, that's so funny. Ha 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 ha. You do that a lot as well. Hence, yeah, same. I use that emote so much, Spacey. It's just the considerate thing to do, obviously. Sounds good, Vinny. Thank you for the lurk. And Spacey, it would probably be easier if I saw the people in person more too, but that's not usually something I have at the point of me wanting to actually talk. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. And Brock, wait a minute. So basically, when you're mad at him, something he did, you have to be the one who has to walk on eggshells to vent your frustration. I don't think it's about walking on eggshells. It's about understanding. I mean, I think that it's a good point and that you have to be careful. And that's where I do think that choosing people that you want to be with, you have to really be careful of what you want to put up with and how much you want to deal with. Because I think that there are some people where you can just like, it can be a lot easier to get along really well and just be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And they're like, cool, this is how I'm doing it, right? But it can reach a point that like what we've learned through a lot of communicating is like, this is what he needs in this circumstance for where he's at. Like sometimes you have to meet people where they're at for communications to get both of your needs met. And I do feel that sometimes, like this feeling of like walking on eggshells and stuff. But I notice the more that I'm able to, I guess, word things in a way that aren't as attacking, which is the person that I would want to be anyway, right? Like if I felt like I was having to be untrue to who I was and like be a version of myself that I didn't like, that would be one thing. But that was the realization that I had, is that it's like, no, I do want to be softer. I do want to be able to listen a lot better, or like I do want to have more empathy and understanding. And so but it is true that if you are having conversations with somebody that like it doesn't feel like you ever get your needs met, or it does feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, then maybe that is a situation that you're like, you know what, I want to find somebody that I can communicate with easier, that feels like they can accept me for who I am without having to pay attention to that. I think for me, I like to constantly challenge myself to grow and learn and change, and it's part of the process. Spacey, a lot of it is about opening the conversation to be a team problem rather than putting it as a me against you type of progress. Yes. Yeah. And that can be really tricky sometimes, but definitely it's not like a, yeah, me versus you. It's a, how can we approach this problem together? Or if this is how I'm feeling, how do we do this? Like, what can I do differently? And what can you do differently? Bacon, it partially sounds like you're just trying to be more tactful with the way that you approach the situation compared to the way you used to. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be less of a bull in a china shop and more just approach things. the I think because everyone does have their own trauma and their own programming and stuff, it can be really hard to not just, sometimes communication styles can clash and it can be really hard to not trigger people. And so sometimes you do have to learn how to work in a way that is more tactful or that works well for both parties. It's hard because I can sound like I'm giving up. If you're doing the avoidance stuff, yeah, I feel that. Oh, little baby. Getting into relationships scares the crap out of me now since I realize I'm neurospicy. Why? I think the thing is, I mean, you might get along with somebody else who's neurospicy and they completely understand you. Or I think, and the whole thing about being neurospicy is the spectrum, right? And different things work with different people. And I think the thing about relationships is you just find somebody who complements the ways that you do want to show up. I think, and yeah, it's totally valid, and you can, it is okay to be scared about it, but you can also be excited about the possibilities with it too. You try to think about if someone is coming to me with that issue and what won't make me feel bad. Yeah, I think that's a piece of it, is that like it's less than walking on eggshells and more I noticed I was saying things that, like, if I thought about it from the reverse perspective, like if he were to come up and tell me something in the same way that I usually say it, I think I would have my feelings hurt too. So it's like, okay, even if I'm like, oh, I don't want to change who I am, I'm like, well, I wouldn't like someone saying it in that way. So how can I say it in a way that I would feel better about hearing it? Um, so yeah, so trying to be, I think it's about being more intentional. Just in general, like being intentional and choosing the words that you use. I like how we have this like jazz music going on while we're having these like deep talks. Wolverine, hi, how you been? What is new, friend? We're getting to our 4-hour mark. We're getting close. Just so everyone knows, what we've been doing is I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday now, 9 a.m. On Mondays, we do our fitness stream. We do these mindset chats. We do breakfast together. And on Mondays, I chat pretty much the whole time. So always feel to pop in and join and tell me what kind of mindset things you guys want to talk about. On Wednesday and Friday, I usually chat for the first hour and then we game for the rest of it. And I'm trying to keep my streams to about 4 hours long. So if you're really into the chatting portion, always coming to the beginning of stream. If you're more interested in the gaming stuff, the later part of the stream. Yeah. We haven't seen Akari today. Oh, wait, no. Did we see Akari today? I think he might have popped in at the very beginning. Akari, are you here? Yeah, choosing words to build a bridge, not tear it down. I like that. I'm Wolverine. Well, my knee just exploded at the thought of doing high knees. So maybe slow knees. Just like a nice and slow. I don't think I saw him, but if it was brief, I might have missed him. I feel like I saw him in the Discord, but I don't know if I saw him here. It's always like the people that are there all the time. I'm always like, oh my God, wait. Have we not seen him? Oh, no, he's still at work. Because at 12:05, which was like 40 minutes ago, he said he's about to go home now. So I think he had a long work day. Wait, Ranger, are you here? Ranger, can you still hear me? Apparently it's Ranger's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ranger. I hope you're going to do something fun. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I was wondering where it was because I know it's the people that you see like all the time where you're like, where you be? Do, 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 do. Also make sure you guys post gratitudes. Wolverine, I saw that you posted. Thank you. I love like seeing how many people post and then having just like a little bit more post every week just because it just makes me really happy to see that people are working on their mindset and the way that you guys are showing up. If anybody doesn't know, in our Discord, we have a gratitude / moments of joy channel. So every Monday, and if you want to share anytime during the week as well, you are more than welcome to. But every Monday specifically, I ping everyone to just share something about what you're grateful for. Krypton, I see you. Thank you. So make sure you guys do that. What else do we got? We have our fitness accountability channel. I know Phil and I have been chatting in there a bunch lately. Akari just posted in it today too to say 15K steps and it feels. I feel that. We also have a Wordle channel. We've been doing daily Wordles and that's been really fun. And then we have a book club. So we're currently reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We are going to be reading The Night and the Moth next month. They do have a cool sprayed edge edition that you can buy. So if you're interested in Tizcord things and you're not in there already, I feel like I'm trying to be better at just like promoting the community and the rest of stream things because I haven't been very good at it in the past. But there's that Discord link. I think the other things are we brainstormed a little bit about subathon things. I will keep brainstorming. I think maybe that'll be my work task today is to try to come up with a graphic so I can start promoting it. But we're going to be doing a subathon in September. I think we would start it next Monday because it'll be, I think September 1st is next Monday, right? So we would start then. Our big goal is going to be, God, the only problem with sitting in this hammock is when I'm like sitting here hunched over, my back starts to hurt a little bit. I need to we'll chill. Dissen, hi, how are you? We been hammock chilling. You thought this was a big dress? This is just my skirts. No, it's we've been doing mindset chats in the hammock after we do our fitness streams during the day. And it's been really fun. I've been enjoying it. But yeah. I think we might do some more like co-working stream sort of things from Dees. All right. I am drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. I'm just watch me just check out the biggest skirt. Hi, Mantle. Did you see the new film got announced? Wait, is it the Gollum one? Since it's kind of Mindset Monday, does that mean we're doing head work from the hammock? Yes, pretty much. Brain stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to do like, it'll be mindset chats, but sometimes like if our chats don't last the full 4 hours, then we could do co-working and I would just like read my book while hanging out in the hammock. I think I might do some like read along book vlogs as well. If on my YouTube channel, if anyone is interested with that. Brock, I am nowhere close to being done. I actually am so far. I mean, I'm probably within like 10 hours, maybe. I might do it. I have to empty my bookshelves to do that, like the video of scanning all my books. So maybe when I empty my bookshelves and I move them away from the wall, because I have to like get up to the top left corner. So maybe I will do it then. That's a good idea. You'd be closer to being done if you worked on it now. maybe what if we made that a stream thing? For every like resub, I will paint a place on the map for you guys during our subathon. So then it's a sub per place, and then maybe I'd slowly get it done that way. Listen, I'll get there eventually. One day. Oh my lord, now that I'm laying back, I'm getting sleepy. I'm the sleepiest. She knows it's true. Shh. Okay, I'm gonna do some planning for the subathon. We did our mindset chats. I will be playing The Last of Us on Wednesday, if any of you guys want to watch that. I'm gonna try to get some more work done, some more YouTube videos. I need to go shower now as well. So I think we're gonna go ahead and raid on out. I think this will work. I'm gonna try to do it from my phone. I think we're gonna raid over to. Yeah, I was gonna say, do not yawn. I've been awake. I'm so tired, Brock. I didn't sleep like almost at all. So I am. Maybe I'll go shower, take a nap, and then let's get down to business. To defeat the YouTube videos. I don't know. Thank you guys. That was a wonderful conversation. I really appreciate you guys just listening to me blab. Hopefully you got some benefit out of it and enjoyed some of the information. I proud of you and everything that you're doing, Tiz. Definitely inspire. Hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it feels weird. I feel like I'm doing unofficial things that are not gonna be as like, it's not catered towards being entertaining, but that's also not necessarily my goal in life. Like, I want to be inspirational, and I want to bring positivity to your life, and I want to be like that person where, like, if you're having a hard day, that it's really cozy and you don't have to worry about there being lots of like extra jump scare noises and things like that. Like, this is supposed to be this like cozy, safe space. And I think it used to be a lot different, but we're slowly changing throughout time. And it's been a really fun process. So thank you to everybody who's been been in the journey with me and sharing in this space. Thank you guys for being here. Spacey, Donuts, Crippy, Cloven, Brock, Bacon, Phil, Bora, Glitchy. You guys are all awesome. Gazy, thank you, thank you. If you guys don't mind copying and pasting the raid message, first one if you're subbed, second one if you're not, we are going to go over and show some love to Siri. And then I will see you guys on Wednesday for The Last of Us. And hopefully by then I will post the details for Subathon in September. And we have lots of fun goals that we'll be working on. So, much love to all of you. And I will see you guys later. All right, bye.